Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUY. I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me. I'm a man.
Just my silence, ghost riding the whip, the masked up live vendor, busting up your threats and returning them to sender. Step into me, you better bring your nation as I wreck you to the population. It's that umbrella guy on the verbal flamethrower, notching up the belt, not just some lame shower, cranking up a stream just to show what's beneath. I'm masked up, baby, but I'm still sporting teeth. With one bling to rule them all and one bling to blind them. Iced out, grilled up, hunting, knowing we'll find them. The E-homes are always flammable and will ignite you. Calling out the games you play just to spite you. I'm still standing. I'm still standing.
I'm actually sitting. Ding, 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 ding. Oh man. What's up, folks? Another crazy day. Man, it has been a series of crazy days over the last ones, wouldn't you say?
Heidi ho, Muppets. Yes, it is so crazy. It's been nutty. I'd like to welcome you all to the Muppet Show. Muppets Unite, Muppets Assemble. So many of you in the chat, by the way, have been sending me your Muppet avatars, and they're so funny. In fact, just now I've on locals, some of my locals crew are like, I have so much work to do, and yet I've been sitting around Muppeting myself all day. And they're posting all their Muppets. God, the Muppets are so great. Everyone looks amazing. All of your Muppets, they're so unique and so fun, and I love them.
I love them.
Same.
There are so many great ones out there. I have a lot of fun with those. I've been enjoying see just what people have created too. God, I've got another one. I'm going to see what the sound is on this one. I've been playing with some moving ones, and some of them are really bizarre. Like the tug mask moving and talking is very weird.
Did you see the one that's on Twitter? Somebody made one of me that is really freaky because it put teeth in it.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. I sent that over. I was like, you should clip that and put it in a video. Check this one out right here. Check this out. Hey, what's up? How's it going, folks? Hey, how you doing? Yeah, great time.
I love that it's Waldorf. You're in the balcony.
Yeah.
I should find the one of me as Statler. It's funny. Somebody made us as Waldorf and Statler, which is so great. So great. All of this is so much fun. God, I love it when we have fun like this together.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody's been having a good time with it. That's what you remember. All of this started out too with somebody saying that being called a Muppet was defamation.
And now no one can get enough.
Yeah,
and no one can get enough. They're like, defame me, me next.
Yes, please defame me.
Here's my moving Muppet avatar. This is amazing, and I want one. Judge on Fed 2. Ugh, more delays. Yes, we'll have that for you. I have it queued up, ready.
Teeth are so bizarre they are.
I want to know how I make this happen, because I want to stream like this all the time. Hey, Megan and Tug, Judge on Fed 2. Ugh, more delays.
That's why I actually would love to have a moving avatar, that I could just step aside.
Well, I looked into it today, and it's I may have found one where you can create one for like $100, but I don't know how you then host it. That's
how you make it work. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm still looking into it. I'm looking into it because we have to learn how to do this. Look, baby steps. I'm using OBS already for my virtual camera.
Good, man. It's actually very good. So I've been playing.
I know. Look at me.
I just play with like weird little AI programs. I'm like, oh, there's a new play. There's an AI program that can make a coffee cup run in a picture. Hey, I'll play with that. Stupid like oh man, though. So if people have not been keeping up, by the way, if you missed yesterday was amazing. You must go back and you must watch the live.
Yesterday was on par with the day that Dave Neal and I caught the Fiverr logo in the fake sonogram.
I mean, really, it was a day just like that.
It was, where it happened on a live. The chat was doing their thing and finding stuff, digging and sending it, and it happened all at the same time. That was so fun. Finding out that Legally Lips is the author and creator of the Bully Exterminator YouTube page and all the Bully Exterminator hillbilly hodunk, whatever the hell. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Those, by the way, see, I never sat down and watched them because I didn't really care. You know what I mean? And I thought, well, they're probably stupid, ridiculous. AI. No, my Lord. Like they put Jeremy in, let's just say, a certain type of pointed hat that you don't want. There's a certain type of ism that's real and you don't want associated with you. They put that on him. Also, that talking point that we brought up where they compared him to Charles Manson. They had a video of that. There is a video that says that same thing. So I went through and let's actually rewind a little bit so we don't get ahead of ourselves, just to say what that is, everything. So there was a YouTube channel along with, I'm not going to show all of this site here because I don't want all the symbols and everything causing me problems, but there is a site that's still up. Now, the YouTube channel is gone down, which I said it would, and this will probably go down as well. But what's fascinating about this site too is it quite literally reads like a bully for hire site. It even has a write us in, and I'm
nominate bully for us to go after.
Yeah.
And we will defame this person online. Like this is not legal. You can't be for hire. You cannot advertise your harassment services online.
And that's what this is. I mean, you even have buttons for it. Check this out. So here's your affidavit requirements. Signed, notarized affidavits required prior to publishing to secure your bully-initiated, unwarranted harassment to third parties. What? Wait, what?
What?
To secure your bullying? So again, this sounds like contract me. You want to contract me to bully somebody? Well, show us, get us involved. And you can see, contact us to start your bully extermination. Again.
Oh God, is this crazy?
Yeah, it's nuts. And those,
but that's what Paint Chips is being accused of in that other lawsuit that he's involved in.
Yeah,
he's being accused there of being a harasser for hire. I just can't even believe that they would put this online.
No, it's crazy. But this stuff came up. So we have who knows who this is at the time, right? It starts uploading May the 8th, by the way. So that date will be really important. Now, you have a few clues that go into it, but the real bombshell that comes up actually comes off of this right here. This is Talentville. This is the website that is still up, interestingly. I was surprised. I figured this one would go down, but maybe not, because they're trying to shop around their script here. Now, you'll notice on Talentville here, you have little bitty tabs, right? Some of these tabs uploaded videos, huh? So if we go there, look, Hales and the Hodunk Hillbillies. That is the same thing that Bully Exterminators was posting. They're their exact videos.
So crazy. It's so crazy that she left that up. And you know what I think? I think it must be one of these websites that you submit information to, but you don't control. Or I think she would have taken it down already. I think it's something you have to request that they take it down.
Maybe. I don't know. I've been looking at it because I was curious, because it also has an AI script for a show that she wants to put out, which is kind of...
The script is unbelievable. Yeah, the script.
That is
there's show. So. Are we going to read? Yeah, I was going to say we may have to do that
tonight. We can't do that tonight because
But you know what we are going to do tonight? I think we should tell them what's coming up, because we do have breaking. No one has seen this news. We have the first email that Legally Lips sent to both me and Jeremy Hales.
Yeah. And the Jeremy Hales things it's fascinating because she sends this on May the 15th. Now that day sticks with me because that was my birthday. So she says that she got into this a week prior. Now there's some other stuff out there that says, maybe not. Maybe that's not correct, but it is interesting that week, if we said, okay, that week corresponding there, it would be, if we went 7 days off that would pop on May the 8th, the same day the first Bully Exterminators goes live for their video on YouTube.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? So, by the way, too, let me pull these over. These people are creepy. By the
so
way.
Creepy.
Let me show you something here, too. These folks, to try to redirect off of this, by the way, they have been doing anything, including, check out John Cook talking about my kid. That's very lovely, isn't it? I was like, a guy that has been accused of some terrible things by the person that lives with him, by the way, on the same property. I don't want him thinking about my kid at all, ever,
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
That's gross, though. But he's been making these people who say that they're bullied and they have all of these issues. They've been popping into every chat that they can find. They've been trying to make appearances, and I'm talking about everybody. So isn't that fascinating? These people. Not only that, but when we're talking about this, so I found something very interesting today too. I know this is kind of random, but I was going through looking at commentary on one of those videos. One of the things that brought us into the Legally Lips argument was there was some revenge porn. I'm sure some people, if you didn't hear about that, Yeah, so Legally Lips had that on her channel. She brought it up.
Twice.
Yes.
Two
And
times.
when that was noted, she took her YouTube down. Now, of course, they're going to try to spin this some other way, I'm sure, but Paint Chips actually put that up again. Now, what's really interesting about this is when you go and you look and you check out the commentary there, what you find is you find people like Lynette Preston thanking people for doing the video. Now, I put a square here. I also did talk to both parties that were there because I did not want to put that up on there, even with a square, because it's gross. But
yeah, a lot of you have asked, like, what are you talking about? What is this content? What is the revenge prawn? Well, we can't show it to you.
yeah,
That's illegal. And also, I don't want to spread it around because it's awful. But believe me, the people who need to have it have it. But yeah, that's why we can't.
Well, it's AI
show it
depictions
to
where
you.
you can tell that there are the two people, you can tell who they are. They want to say it's parody and satire, and yet at the same time, Paint Chips actually called it his revenge prawn. He says that in the freaking interview. But you have Lynette Preston here. She's soliciting third parties. She's telling them, "Oh, thank you for looking into this case and telling the truth either way. We appreciate our side." So she's soliciting.
Telling the truth. They're literally playing a video of a lie right now, and she's thank you for telling the truth. Oh, so she's in agreement.
But it's third-party solicitation. This is a direct violation of a protective order. That is so cut and dry. This is a harassment video.
Oh my
it
God!
Is
I just realized
100%.
something.
What's it?
I just realized something. I wonder if they can be held responsible in Ohio court for that video.
Yes.
Do you know what that means? That means actual. That could be jail time.
Yeah, I mean that is a real issue. See, these people want to play around and pretend it's not there. All of them are there, by the way. So that video, let's just here. Give me 1 second. I want to make sure that there's no slip ups in this while I'm doing this. Okay. So let's just do this. Since they like to claim nothing's ever real and all this other trash, right? Okay, check it out. Here's commentary on that. Who do we see in the comments? There's Ray. Hey, Ray, how's it going there? That's fascinating, Oh, I'm so glad to see you breaking this case. Oh, we need more people like you. It's such a good thing. Oh, my God.
More people like you? More people who make revenge porn? Is that what you're saying?
It's so gross.
That's what Ray's saying? More
people about financial gains too, which is funny considering he's going to monetize now. You can see Preston's all over this, playing the victim. It's claimed we said bad things, but we never have ever. Are you kidding me?
Oh, what a liar!
We've
heard you on the 911 call. If you don't, I'm going to spank your mouth. We've heard her on other videotapes screaming at the child, at the deposition, screaming at the child. We've heard her in the deposition swearing and screaming at Randy.
And there's she again. Oh, that same clip I showed you. There's Ray responded, "Oh, Michelle, you've been through rough times." And stuff. And again, this is on a live stream where there is a revenge prawn in it, 100%. And if you disagree with that, by the way, YouTube agrees with me. You want to see how I know that, by the way? Because this has already been addressed by YouTube. They don't have an automatic censor for things they've taken down before. So it takes them a moment. But you can see the same topic, same title, which interestingly, certain channels out there have redirected people to and put their own warning adult content. So yeah, that video was considered violent and repulsive. It was considered sexual and hateful and abusive because they don't have anything that calls something revenge prawn. So if you disagree with that, YouTube doesn't disagree with it. YouTube 100% considers that very bad stuff. And look, there are more people. Look, there's Miltoast. Miltoast, of course. Oh man, I tell you, that's so crazy. And it's like, oh man, look, the truth has been found out about the other channel. Oh, bully exterminators. Oh, the parody site. Could you imagine if somebody put up one of these videos with him and again a certain pointy hat crucifying people?
Parody? How is it parody? First of all, how is a site that's called Bully Exterminators where you can hire your own harasser to exterminate your bully? How's that parody? It doesn't say
whoever
on the
you
site,
call a bully too,
and
Oh,
it
I
doesn't
called
say
you a
on the
bully.
site that it's parody.
No, it very much says that you can go out, and it interestingly takes aim at other people too. Who are these other people that are on here, by the way? Huh. I wonder who some of these other folks are, because there were 3 others, and I'm like, well, since we know who runs that, I'm sure there's a point to it, So the thing was, though, that Bully Exterminators had, let me see, it had 18 regular videos and 4 YouTube shorts. How do I know that? Because I archived them all. I was like, it took you around 17 hours to take that step down. That's about 15 to 16 more than I needed to archive the whole damn thing. And I'm not talking like screenshots. I'm talking about every video. I got every video. So it'll be interesting to see if, that is indeed considered just a little parody, especially when you combine it with everything else that's been going on. With the revenge prawn. Then you got AI Jeremy's head put on a body that's nude except for like a little cover portion. Again, yeah, you want to press your luck with that stuff. Hey man, have at it. But it is amazing to me. I mean, this was the only person that it says that it wants to bully. Though it has a special section on the website. The only person that it was dedicated to was Jeremy Hales. Now they want to call this part of it satirical series, but they don't call the site satirical at all. See, they wanted to play that on that part, but not where you hire your own person to go after somebody. Really? I mean, if it's all satire and everything, what I'm curious about is why do I need to provide affidavits and all that? Am I supposed to get you out of? I'm curious. Did somebody sign this too? Did somebody sign on and give you a signed, notarized affidavit saying that, yeah, go after this person for me?
Discovery is going to be interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fucking A. This person brought a lawsuit, by the way.
They love to talk about Larry Flint. Larry Flint had the good sense to write right there on his fake ad, this is satire.
Even then, we have rules now because of AI that the take it down rule. That's a problem. That's a big problem for them right now because that was signed in while the revenge problem is still active. It's right.
And you know what's hilarious is that the ecosystem admits what it is. Yeah. They have admitted what it is. Mm-hmm. Fleesa herself has admitted that it is what it is. And in fact, one of the idiots on her show, I have the clips. We're going to play it on a Rumble exclusive, probably Monday. One of the clips, one of the idiots on the show, one of the guys, I don't know who, says, well, what was it? Just like a cartoon that looks like Jeremy? It was like a cartoon, right? A cartoon. And she goes, no, it wasn't a cartoon.
You can see from the reaction for these people. I mean, when Lips sees it, you could tell from her reaction. She's like, what the? And she even says, what did I just see? So she knows it's a problem. They know it's a problem when they see it. They know it's not pushing the bounds of decency. It's pushing the bounds of legality. There's the issue. It's gone past that. It's not about an argument about decency, morality. We're talking about legality. There's the big difference.
Yeah, there's a huge difference. And by the way, the Fleas kept trying to say that Lips did not laugh. Oh, I have it on video. She absolutely did laugh. Now she
hosted it though. That's the thing. She left
and she did it twice. She let them play it twice on 2 different shows. Do you want to see a transcript of what Ray Bone Crusher said when he was called out about it in the chat?
Yeah, let's see that.
All right, this is hilarious. So somebody in the chat called him out for hanging out with people who show revenge porn. And this is how he addressed it. As far as bad language and things like that. Oh, bad language, Ray? Was it
Yeah,
really
yeah.
just
Actually, he brought
that?
up my kids too, man. Piece of shit. This guy did it too. So, bad language. Oh my God. We're not talking about bad language, first of all. Bad language isn't around my kids
Nope.
either, you know.
We're not
But if
talking
you've got
about
a
bad language.
But if you have a problem with bad language and you have a problem with yelling, it's fascinating that you don't seem to have a problem with that with the people that, I mean, you're 100, you're all in with these folks. You ride or die. You will excuse anything, even to the point of revenge corn. Ugh, anyway, go ahead.
And then he characterizes it as bad language. As far as bad language and things like that, I'd rather keep it to a minimum if I can. I've been berated a few times because I've been on a channel where it's used and laughed along with the people. But people, you can't go through life without hearing bad language. Oh, but you know what, Ray?
It wasn't about bad language.
It wasn't bad language. You can go through life without watching somebody's revenge corn. You can say, I don't want anything to do with this and I'm leaving. You know, I had an example that came to me actually today when I was thinking about this. You guys know I've been on Nick Rekieta's show a bunch, and that show can get bawdy and raucous, especially late at night. And Nick knows I've given him crap about it. Because one time I was on with a panel and there were like 3 other women on the panel, and he decided to show us the Baldo commercial.
Oh, no.
And oh, yeah. And I didn't know what I was in for. He didn't tell me. And as soon as I figured out what it was, we all the girls turned our cameras off and we're like, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
See, and even that.
Let me know when it's done.
You know, and that's not like that. That
and that's
goes
not
into,
illegal. That's just,
that's
that's
like if you want to go in a decency thing, like your line goes to a certain point. Like people may or may not like that, but
you found
that's
my
pushing
line
your
and
boundary.
the other women on the panel.
Yeah, it's pushing it's pushing people's boundaries like that. That's one thing, but for people to knowingly, they know this stuff is a problem. I'll say it this way then, Ray. If you're so assured that that stuff is not a problem, that it's not a legal issue, invite paint chips on your channel and play it. Do and see what happens.
Do it. But I mean, my God, you have a choice to take part in that. You could have turned your camera off. You could have left the show. You could have said, I don't want to do this. I don't want to sit here and watch this. This is
just
it's
gross.
Bad.
I'm not going to have I'm not going to have, like, you have that. And then on top of it, you have again another stream with that in it, and you have all of these people under it encouraging, you have the entire ecosystem show up for that specific thing. And to me, that tells you a lot. It's a big deal when this person, they deleted everything. And let's not get it twisted. They did it right after the discussion about the revenge corn. That's why they went. They knew that was a problem.
Excuses now, and this is really funny. This made me laugh out loud. And I look at the worth of the man or the woman, and sometimes the language is used as a way to get rid of the pressure, and sometimes it's used in like of other words. And I look at the context. It's used a lot of times, and realize it's just a burst of pressure.
That's what she said.
He literally he would brought my kids up and talked about bad language though. So again,
a burst of pressure. So let me ask you. So let me get this straight. Is Ray Bonecrusher saying he watched the revenge corn and he had a burst?
He had a burst of pressure come out. That's gross. I don't want to know about his burst of pressure.
I don't want to know about his burst of pressure either. And especially not when you're watching that video. A burst of pressure that came out, not necessarily a real meaning to it. And you have to look at how it was utilized. If you do that, it won't wrinkle your ears quite as bad. Oh, I don't know, Ray. I think my ears are pretty wrinkled over it. I think your ears would be pretty wrinkled over it if somebody had made that of you.
Oh, yeah. That freaked the hell out. You know what I found really fascinating with all this stuff is when we have this bully side. Actually, I'll let you finish and then I'll go with that.
Well, then he goes into this thing about Christians in Christ and how Christ would, reach down into the gutter for anyone. I don't know what he's trying to say here. So Christ would sit and laugh with people at revenge corn? I don't think so. And then he says, so when you go out there and you start judging people and you say, well, you're not Christian and you're not this. Well, the people that you think are not a reason to want to be. Yeah, think of it that way. I want to help you. I want to help you be a better Christian. Don't judge them. Wait, he judges Jeremy Hales every single day. He says he's not a Christian every single day. These people. And now he's trying to say, don't judge me. Sir, you sit around and judge people all day long. That's all you do is judge people on their Christianity or not. You're judging Jeremy. You're calling him a fake Christian. And yet you sit on a show with a felon, an extortionist, and you watch his illegal revenge corn and you laugh. You have a burst of pressure that comes out. Ew. Ew.
That's really yuck, actually. You know what?
Phrasing.
I found it interesting. So you remember there were 2 press releases that were made by Lips, right? There were not 1, but 2. She actually made one for a Stupid Dave. Actually, I've got this pulled up. Here's the archive of it. It has now been taken down, but archives are forever. So here's the archive from the channel itself, because I did archive everything in there. Left me 2 days. I mean, shit. What did you think was going to happen?
That was her legal advice disguised as a press release.
Yeah. Totally not legal advice. Just on this website that, well, it leads me to law practice. I mean, I don't, totally not one though. But it goes through this. Now, this is the person again that is behind Bully Exterminators, which I thought was interesting because I started looking to find out about Bully Exterminators. And what I started finding were things like, well, not just me, there were other folks too, of course, giving everybody their props. Stuff like this. You have, oh, look, it's milquetoast. Oh man, I seriously can't wait to get my hands on some of that sweet Hodunk Hillbillies merch. Rumor has it that the producer of this show will be taking profit. So, wait, y'all are going to merch up? Yeah, what show? Well, you knew who that was. They did. They had to know because they're promoting. This is somebody, again, this looks like an exchange of services. Promote my stuff and I'll write you a legal thing. Oh, it does. But rumor has it they'll be taking all the profits, creating a fund to help the defendants. Oh, wait. So I thought this was a neutral party, by the way. A totally neutral party that we kind of have the letter from where she wrote Jeremy, who plays at the neutral thing, but is running this thing and is going to run a fundraiser for these people while saying again, come on my show, it's all neutral. Rumor has it that this website will be where you're able to buy said merchandise as well when it comes available. Wow, they were going to put together merchandise. And you know what their description of this stuff, by the way, you want to see the image that's utilized. Give me 1 second here. They wanted to, of course, call it satire. Always, of course. Now
they always do that. That
doesn't
save you from liability, though.
This guy whining and threatening to strike channels because remember when he went after DJ Radis, tried to take his channel down, saying that AI was harassment and he wanted to take him down. So, but look who he uses on there in his post, Look who they decided to put face on that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, especially considering, okay, so how is this not third-party harassment? Considering you're talking about giving money to these other people, the people they have a protective order against. You're talking about fundraising off of that? Are you kidding me? Again, this looks like third-party violations of a protective order.
Yes, it does.
It's wild, isn't it? I mean, all this is
wild.
It is so wild to find out who is running this stuff. Would you like, by the way, folks, to see that first letter that came in? Would you actually like to see?
Yeah, we could do that, or we have one other thing that we were kind of still on the topic. Do you want to read that comment from the guy who?
Oh, yeah. Do that first.
Yeah, on Bone Crushers. So this was, I believe, the chatter who called him out then clarified in the chat, like, hey, you didn't answer the question. This is what I wanted you to see. Wait, I'm trying to share my screen. Why is this not working? Oh, because I have to stop it first. There we go. And it is wild. If this is true, it's wild.
Yeah. This is something.
You want to? Can you read it, or do you want me to? I don't know if it's too small for you.
Either way, I can read it if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Are you saying it's okay for someone to make revenge corn of Ray? Of course, this doesn't authorize anyone to make fake corn of Ray and post it. This is a hypothetical again. They're just asking. That kind of content is illegal, extremely illegal. While Ray may have had some level of plausible deniability the first time, his public support and encouragement the second time removes all deniability. No DA is going to overlook it when someone actively encourages others to view illegal material. That's intent to promote and distribute. Plain and simple. Ray's video, along with others around this incident and others, was reviewed yesterday as a training example of wrong decisions at an Order of the Sword and Shield meeting. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy. I looked it up. They really are a cyber security.
Oh yeah. They are definitely a real thing. Oh yes. Where a DA specifically addressed how Ray could be held both civilly and criminally liable. My recommendation, Ray should clearly and publicly condemn this kind of content and stop promoting any videos or channels that feature it. Actually, I would go even further than that. What's really messed up, again, you've got people that are in lawsuits for being bullies for hire, and they're all rabidly promoting sites that are bully for hire sites. I mean, it's really strange, I wonder, in fact, I wonder about that Dinesh, again, I don't know anything about the guy at all. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that he is accused paint chips of pretty horrible shit. And yeah, if you read the documents on them, they are very, very bad, like witness intimidation, harassment, God, just so much stuff. So I'm wondering, again, when you're finding things connected to people, where these people running like a little pack there, makes you wonder, doesn't it? But my recommendations on that, let's see, frankly, he shouldn't even mention those creators. A few hundred cybersecurity professionals watched Ray's video yesterday. That's not good. He should not be proud of that. It's not. By talking around those channels, he's making the legal case that he's attached. I still support Ray's right to free speech. I do indeed. I support that too.
I do too.
There's a legality aspect. That's one thing. Like, again, when Miltoast wants to say something about me, I don't strike his channel. They threaten to strike me, but I don't strike them. I don't go after them like that. Now, like I said, they start striking my channel, we got a problem. But,
but I specifically support Ray's right to sit in his garage inhaling fumes and talking about making whiteboards to carry in protests where you can erase the letters. I support that 1,000%. We need more of that content. Okay, that's funny. What I don't support, though, is him encouraging people to do illegal things, him watching illegal things, him laughing at illegal things. That's not covered by free speech, Ray. That's against the law. As of 2 days ago, it's really against the law across the whole nation.
Much against the law. It's
because this has just been signed, there are going to be a bunch of federal prosecutors who want to make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, they want to say, hey, and when we think about what states are these happening in, what states would really like to make examples? Would you think Florida might be one of those?
I, in fact, do think Florida might be one, because Florida has had one of the first very strict revenge digital corn laws.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
New York too, where I live, actually has one as well.
He can criticize whomever he wants, he continues, but revenge porn, creating it, sharing it, or encouraging others to view it is not protected. It's illegal, and that's already been tested in court, despite the corn creators' claim. Also, a censor bar is not a legal defense, as it only needs to meet the burden of direct implication.
There it is.
Mhm.
Direct implication.
And the direct implication issue is this. It's not like where I put up something with a giant square. You can't tell there's anything there. It's
Right.
wiped it away. But when they're putting like a little censor bar and stuff, these people were recognizable. It had the faces of people attached. It also, I mean, it's crazy because it went out of its way to attach Jeremy Hales to somebody's wording that is not him. You have fake wording.
Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate saying these horrific things about basically ARPing women and abusing women.
It's pretty bad stuff. And
and then the sound effects. Oh my God. The sound effects, like the whole thing all together.
They wanted to play it up and make it look like that. They definitely want it to. 1 second there. I'll have to check something. I had something mailed to me after this. I want to look at something real quick. Okay. So, I may disagree with Ray's opinion, but I don't want to see him lose what he built over a lifetime because of some recent poor decisions or affiliations with some really bad characters. Producers of sad material. Ray needs to condemn it everywhere, stay away from it, cross that line, condemn all parties who produce it, or be included in eventual legal action.
All right. I want to read Ray's part.
Yes.
Ready?
I figured. Yeah.
It seems you've put words into the mouth of Sloan. Opinions are ours, and believing in the rights of others is guaranteed by our Constitution. Perceptions of those rights can be a thin line between law and rights. I have been attacked daily, Jack, since looking at the drama of Otter Creek. The misconceptions have been perpetrated by others, have made this whole thing into a battleground for money making within the YouTube channel creators. Keyboard warriors use daily gossip for fodder to enhance the fight for the day. It comes down to this. A family was being attacked, and some felt that it was taken too far. The courts have it, and the law will settle it one way or another. Let's go get some ice cream.
Pretty much. Let's go get some ice cream. Like that. I mean, for real though. I mean, when you look at that's an insane. People are like, "Hey, man, why exactly are you engaging in this? Why do you have that up here? Why are you messing around?" Actually, let me move us out of the way. We're in the way, or at the bottom part.
Oh yeah, I replied. I think he's got me hidden on the channel, but that's why I replied and took a screenshot because I just said, "Answer the question, Ray." He asked you if you think it's okay for someone to make revenge corn. You avoided answering that, but you sat on a live stream and watched the revenge corn and you laughed. I have footage of that and I'm going to play it soon. Not the revenge corn because that's a crime, but the world will see your reaction to it. Why are you associated with an extortionist felon? Why are you yucking it up with harassers for hire who utilize AI illegally to terrorize their targets?
You want to hear something funny?
Valid question.
By the way,
yeah,
I think they're trying to a case of misdirection. So what you have now is you have ThATuMBRELLAgUy re-uploading those bully exterminator videos. I think personally that they helped put their pal in the hot seat. They never thought that we would figure out who made those things, who was connected to them, and now they.
Well, you know what? ThATuMBRELLAgUy ought to know better, because he knows how smart I am, and he knows how good I am at what I do. So he ought to know better than that. He should know he can't hide from me. You can't hide from me, you idiot.
Well, it definitely it took a couple of, and by the way, who was it that found that link? What was it? Emma?
Ellie.
Ellie, I could not remember. Okay, Ellie. So props to you, by the way. That was
Absolutely.
a fabulous find. I mean, you know, and again, there are so many of you out there that I know I could not give all this thanks and shout outs that I should. There are many of you that deserve shout outs. And like I say, I'd love to give every one of you a shout out, but I would forget some of you. But for that specific thing, like the way it popped up and everything else, oh my God, that was amazing. You know, it was so amazing. The way the timing came up and
Oh, yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, it really
I,
was.
Oh, by the way, too. So I talked to somebody. You know the Hodunk Hillbilly, the pictures that they put up to use that to advertise bully exterminators.
The what? The pictures?
Yeah. You know, where they use like a Hodunk Hillbilly and they had all those
Yeah.
pictures in there. You know, those were real people, right? You know, they were private individuals. They're just random people. They pulled
Right.
out
They
because
took off of Facebook. Yeah.
yeah. So there've been some interesting conversations. One of these people has been talking about how they've been discussing this stuff with a lawyer because again, this took their face and it is damaging to them. You know, they've taken it because they're part of a discussion board where somebody wants to disagree. That is not a public figure at all. They like to complain about these people not being private individuals. Well, they should know better. That is a private individual there. And you drew a bullseye on them. You blew a bullseye on them with a site called Bully Exterminators. That sounds very much like a threat, especially when you read everything that was behind it. And my God, I mean, especially when you combine it with the other websites where you have, again, the background check that they pulled up with Jeremy Hale's, even though it wasn't his background, they just had random people in it. Some of those people were certain types of offenders that had no connection whatsoever. You are connecting not only him to this stuff, but you're connecting private individuals to it as well. So you could have some real potential legal liability in this. And
Oh, absolutely.
there's some pissed off people because, you know, you're fucking around with their real lives. And again, they are private individuals. And when you look at defamation, yeah, I think throwing them on something, again, attaching them to claims of hate, you have some real problems there. But some of these people, you know, they think that they can just get away with that repeatedly over and over. One day the bill comes due. One day, will it be today? Will it be this one? Oh, the way it's going, it's like they're trying to fast track that. You know, they are really trying to.
I know, it's so weird. It's really weird how they would do that. How they think they're going to get away with this. It's really something.
Yeah. And so, you folks, we have an email that is actually quite fascinating because now that we know what we know, when you look at this,
What was remind me again the date? The email she sent to
it
Jeremy.
was the 15th. So
of what?
May. Yeah. So
all right. Should we read mine first because mine was the first one that went out?
Actually, let's read it second because yours directly refutes because of the date and everything else that comes with it. So that can be part of the surprise, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Because what she's saying here, you need to pay attention to all of this because some of this stuff, again, she will directly refute parts of it, you know, which again is, I don't know. It's fascinating to me. She wants to play this. She wants to play this moral grandstand, this moral high ground, and that amazes me too. Let's pull this up because the way she's doing this, she's well, let's just see. Let's just again, when you read this versus knowing what is happening behind the scenes, that's when it gets interesting. When you start putting all these pieces together. So here we go. Let's read it on paragraphs. I'll do one. You do one. Actually, you want to start it? You
All
do
right.
one.
All right. I will start it. And I just want to say before I start this, I am deeply disturbed by this email. All right.
It's all crazy.
And I'm going to try and do my best lips impression. So hold on. Let me puff out my lips. I want to first say I had no idea who you were or what YouTube channel you had until last week. I am a retired lawyer who retired after defamation ruined my career. I'll tell you this to let you know. I know very well about defamation. My name is Leslie Federigos. I was born May 12th, 1977 in Illinois. Oh God, no, she's from Illinois. God dang it. No.
Yep. 20 yo people.
Oh my God. She's
20
one of
yo
my
people.
people. Damn it. I have remained living in Florida since I was 5 years old. I went to law school at 30 years old after being failed by the system and was on a mission to change the system, but later found out it was an impossible goal.
It's so egotistical, all of
It is. I was going to change the world. I have avidly sought wisdom through the understanding of the Bible, which I don't capitalize. I have read the Bible multiple times in private to try and understand life.
Which I don't capitalize. I like how it just floated there. That didn't make me laugh.
I have sought out understanding of the Christian faith from its origin, as the Bible originally written in Greek. I sought to understand Judaism, not Judaism, but Judaism, and Muslim faiths as the first monotheistic religions prior to Jesus.
Oh my God. The ego and all that.
I almost lost my life. Almost in 2011. And during that time, I saw another level to our existence, which led me to no longer doubt the existence of God.
Totally. That was very good rating.
We have to make sure you get that California O in there.
I'm going to get that totally right. So I totally walked away from my career because I knew for me to stay in it would mean I would have to harm people and live.
What? She was harming people in her career as a lawyer? Is that what she just said?
You know, when I was looking at the Holy Bible.
The Holy Bible. I was reading the Holy Bible.
Yes. You know, that's how they pronounced it way back in the times, you know, before. I'm very book smart.
Before all you losers ruined it.
My car has like 5 books in it when I drive around. I am very smart. I'm like a mobile library.
And I always carry the Holy Bible everywhere I go.
Oh my Lord, these people, man. But I would have to harm people and live by the greatest lawyer. That's such a long, complicated story, Jeremy. I'm surprised I actually didn't go into it, but
I would have already stopped reading by now. I would have already stopped.
I would have toned it. I was like, what is all this crap about? Honestly, I would have. And I'm sure, I can only imagine
the day they were born.
Yeah.
I was born. It's like a book by David Copperfield. I was born.
It was raining until I was born. Then it stopped. And the peace, it was brought to the earth. It was the greatest day ever. You know, all of existence.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
No, Megan, what you don't understand is all of existence led up to that moment. And then afterwards,
Right.
civilization is declining. So that is the pinnacle of civilization.
The calendar should actually start on May 12th, 1977.
So, like, that's when civilization was born.
Civilization?
Day.
Ma'am.
That is not, you know what? You know what? You do not defecate me. I will see you.
Oh no, biker dude, don't tell us to just read it. You will get more of this.
I don't know how.
You will get more of this now. Now
will
that you've
slow
said that,
down.
chat, now that he said that, make sure you remind him that the reason we don't get through this any fast, we may just spend the rest of the show
The rest of the
reading
month.
this.
The rest of the month will be dedicated to this one letter. I will.
Everyone remember who to blame for that. remember that it was. Hold on, I have to back up in this. I have to back
That
up
would
in
be
the
so horrible, actually, just to be like a
biker
that would be-
dude 221. Biker dude 221. Everyone remember whose fault it is when we don't get through.
That would be
the letter for the next
torture.
2
I will
hours.
remember whose fault it is too. I'll be like, totally, I don't like this anymore. Megan's like, but we got to keep with the joke. No, totally not. So I was approached a week ago about your federal case. So
Okay,
again,
wait.
remember the dates
a
on
week
here.
ago.
Now this date gets interesting if this were now remember that anyway because of what's to come later on. But I want you to remember that
A
too
week
because
before May 15th was May 8th.
yes. What day again did the upload start on the Bully Exterminators, by the way?
I
You
don't know.
know?
I actually don't know.
May 8th. That's the day.
Oh,
They
May
started
8th.
May the 8th. They did.
And what day did she write me an email?
Hmm.
April 27th.
Oh, wait. That doesn't fit. Wait a minute. Now, I'm not a mathlete or
Wait a
anything.
minute. Well, I only tell lies about things that are easily discoverable. I mean, I tell lies about things that I don't think you'll find out clearly.
So she wrote you on what? Tuesday, the 22nd?
April
what you said?
27th.
7th,
Pay
okay.
attention to me.
Good Lord.
No one listens to me.
Wait a minute. She wrote you on a holy day. That's like a Sunday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a
apparently.
Sunday. It was.
Yes,
it
just
was.
looked.
It
But
was. It was
that's over
I
2
was
weeks
reading
before.
my Holly Bibble on Sunday, the April 27th, and God told me to email that bitch.
He said, smote him.
He said that I should email that awful woman who has demons inside of her, and I should try to coerce her onto my side. It didn't work though, and she's a bitch. What can I say?
What's crazy is this is still about her though, because check this out. She was like, I a week ago, I was introduced. I was approached about your federal case and asked to interview various peoples. I could not understand why I was asked and why so many people were following what was going on. First of all,
Fascinating
compared to what?
story. Any chance you're nearing the end?
Like, why is she? Why is she talking about herself still?
Well, not just that. I mean, okay, compared to, I mean, her YouTube existence was 2 subscribers and like 6 views on shit, you know? And it was always talking about herself. So nobody was like, hey, why don't you get involved in this? There was nobody that was soliciting outside of her buddies there, you know? Outside of like Darth Touch, I don't know, Baby Paint Chips too, since they run in tandem. But like nobody else was like, hey, just get involved because nobody who knew you were. So I had no idea who you are, nor ever watched your channel. Honestly, it was never something I would have been interested in.
Oh, this is a great way to approach a famous YouTuber, by the way. I
Look
would
at all the
never have
videos.
watched your channel. It's not something I'm interested in, but please listen to every word I'm saying. I like really fucking hate your content though, but you need to listen to me, even though I think what you do sucks.
I am
Can
the
you believe that
important
she
part of
got
this.
her?
What I can't believe is how many eyes are in this. You know, I
We
wonder
should
what.
count them. We
Yeah,
should
that's what I'm
count them.
wondering. I was thinking
Let's
maybe AI should be asked how many I statements are in all this.
Although AI would probably lie to
Yeah, it'd
us.
probably lie. It'd like, how many are in there? This is lips AI 0.7. You
Oh,
know.
wait, okay. I know. Let's start from the beginning and the chat will keep track of all the eyes.
Okay.
Let's start over.
Let's see. There's one.
This is for biker guy or whoever. We're starting from the beginning because
Three,
we forgot the eye counter.
5. There's 5 on the top row. Is that right? Let's see. I'm just rolling through. 6.
All right, fine.
7, 8,
8,
9.
9.
Let's see
my
my third
God.
row. This is so boring. 10,
10.
11, 12. Who thought I was a mathlete? 13. The
13.
point is, when you're trying to show empathy, like if me and you were in a fight or something, yes, I statements matter. You know, when, however, you're making an introduction and you're wanting to do an interview, you don't do this. This is not how it comes along. And you know, I realize this person is not accustomed to doing YouTube things, but they should understand people, because representing people, well, that is a people business, right? I don't know. I got bored about the third line. If you want to keep counting, you can.
We're at 17 where you left off. We're already at 17 by initially.
Okay.
I'll keep counting. You keep reading.
Initially, I was told about your case, and I naturally took your side because I experienced defecation and exfoliation of $6,000 during the height of my career. What?
What?
I took your side because me. That's actually not true, by the way. We saw her other statement about this when I read the lawsuit. Remember the lawsuit and how it starts out? It says that I saw a post about my friend and I got involved. That's why I did it.
Right.
Not that I was approached by anyone. I mean, isn't that interesting? Because her lawsuit doesn't agree with her narrative.
Oh my God.
You got to admit, I mean, that is kind of amazing. Let me see. Let me pull up that real quick. I've got it right here. So, oh my God, that's amazing.
Speaking of Muppet references, somebody in the chat just wrote me. Wasn't there a Miss Piggy skit where she was like, me? I seem to remember doing that all the time. Me. Are you going to bed here? Okay.
The factual allegations.
Everyone say good night to Hangry.
Good night.
Say good night.
Hi.
Say good night.
Oh, okay. Good night.
All right.
Good night, totally.
Good night.
I am a Muppet.
Good night, Muppet child.
You did sound like Beaker there. Okay, shut the door, please. He sounded like Beaker.
Now, okay, so what's interesting too, in her factual allegations, she says on or about April 20th, 2025 is when she observes a disturbing post regarding a mutual acquaintance who is a reporter. Plaintiff, out of concerns, notifies said acquaintance. So the acquaintance subsequently requested plaintiff to interview him regarding lawsuits filed by defendant Hales. Plaintiff agreed, maintain neutrality. So see, the narrative is totally different from this, you know?
Totally.
It's so crazy. She also,
Totally.
let me check something, by the way.
I am so glad that Valley Girl came back to the show.
Let me make absolutely sure that
I have missed Tug talking like this.
It is so sexy.
We had several shows where we spoke like this, and by the end of it, we both had sore throats.
I know, it makes me really, it's like gag me with a spoon. I feel like it. Okay, so I filed a case. Alleging conspiracy, defamation, tortoise interference with my business, etc.
Tortoise.
Yes, those tortoises are dangerous. They dig holes. They mess up your lawn and your reputation.
Always trying to escape.
Digging holes in my reputation. Soon after I filed it and had plenty of evidence, I dismissed it because I realized those I was suing would never be able to pay me if there was a judgment. Wait, so
What?
does that explain all of the other lawsuits? I mean, there's been a few, you know.
Okay, Lips, let me explain something. I won't be able to pay you either. I have a rusted out minivan. Are you interested in that? It has 150,000 miles on it. The transmission's about to go. It's got rust over all the wheel wells. That's the only thing I own in my name. And I mean, you're welcome to it because the thing is barely getting me from point A to point B. I can't pay you either. So I don't know what you think you're going to get.
4.2 middle fingers ago. You'll never get a paycheck from me. I mean, seriously. Actually, she got
two middle fingers ago.
Isn't that how Abraham Lincoln said it? I think I'm just paraphrasing.
I think so. If I recall my history books correctly.
2 middle fingers, and I really like getting my fingernails done. It's so fun. Oh my God. Hey, by the way,
2 middle fingers ago. We should write that down. That's really good.
That is actually pretty funny.
It's really funny.
That needs to be a shirt.
The only thing it was missing was this.
Yes. Totally. 4.2 middle fingers ago. My forefathers. That's right. I had 4 of them. That is correct. They all took the podium and they had told everyone how great I was. I was great. I was the best lawyer ever. By the way, I was only 3. But when I become 33, I finally went and became a real lawyer. I took the bar. And by the bar, I mean I got really hammered. And then I passed the test. Oh, man. That was very inspiring.
And by the bar, I mean I got really hammered.
Oh, my God. Okay. Here, I got to get back on this for real.
God, that was funny.
Anybody, by the way, I'm sure you can read it on the screen if it really bothers you that much. Soon after,
yeah, you can always pause us and just read it.
And read it yourself. But I totally dumped that lawsuit. The damage had already been done. My business was ruined and could never recover. I was angry at life. Oh, by the way, I found. Oh man, I need to show. Remind me to show you the video after this. I'm going to show you because I can't play it on here because you know these strike happy morons are. But it would definitely be something to include into Rumble.
Well, we're going to do a Rumble exclusive on Monday where we can play all the things we want to play.
Oh my God, one of the greatest things we have found though. Miss Lips here has she wanted to do a courtroom drama
show. Yeah,
she wants so she does a pilot for it and an episode 1 breakdown. She also, funny enough, she put out casting calls for people for it, which I wondered. I was like, you know, she did the casting call from March into the middle of May. Huh, that's weird when you're trying to get your show off the ground and you get involved in this. I mean, again, I can't say that's why you did it, but seemed kind of strange there, doesn't it?
Oh my God, Rhea Norman just said Ally McLips. Remember Ally McBeal?
Yeah.
Ally McLips?
How did you totally find out about my show idea? Someone leaked it. But it had been done, never recovered. I was angry at life. I hated these people. I found them to be evil. Your turn.
I started to look into your cases. I swear, God has profound ways of teaching us lessons. I pulled your background. I read your divorce case. I was a divorce attorney.
You pulled his background and you pulled his divorce case? Is that what you're telling us? Are you the one?
Now we know. Now we know. I think we know where the divorce records came from.
That's fascinating.
And by the way, I don't want to announce this or anything. I don't really want to, but I'm going to have more information on who exactly accessed his divorce records soon.
Good deal. Because I am
And,
curious.
and by the way, I would like to point out that I did some digging today into Lips's divorce cases because she's had 2. She has had her divorce cases sealed.
That's weird. You would think the person that wants Jeremy Hales to have everything out there, right out in the open, they would totally want all of that to be transparent.
I think it's only fair, Lips, that you unseal your divorce records so that we can read those, since you've decided it's okay to pull his divorce and distribute it online to hired bullies, hired for hire harassers.
Yeah, that's craziness. That is absolutely crazy.
And, in your divorce records, Lips, there's accusations of domestic violence and abuse.
Yeah.
And I'd like to
And,
see I'd like to see all of that.
Even outside of that, though, there was a police call where she sued somebody over because there was a process server who said that her kid was sitting at home alone. Now, again, I'm not saying that I believe that in any way, shape, or form. It is just an accusation, but the way that this stuff has been taken, anything that has ever come up, imagine this. That accusation turned into 8, 10, 20, 50 freaking little Substack articles, because that's what these people do. They take every single allegation and they continue to spit them out and spit them out. They treat them like it's gospel. Every single thing there is 100% gospel, not just somebody accusing you. And
so
again,
what's interesting? On the Ohio website where you get the docket, they make you sign a thing when you go to get documents that says nothing on this docket is to be taken as true. And when you access these things, you agree to not take them as true, like as far as the accusations in them, and you release the county from all liability. And yet that's exactly what was done here. Was they took documents from a divorce case and presented them as absolute fact from only one side. Interesting.
Contentious divorce, man, that stuff everybody knows. Anybody that knows you and they know how to hurt you and they are hurt themselves, because this stuff, ultimately, it doesn't come down to who's right or wrong. It comes down to who wins. There's a lot on the line when that's happening. So regardless of what the truth is, people get hurt and a lot of things get said. It's nasty. You can't quarterback back in. And again, we have no idea what was there. I do have to say, though, I imagine if I pulled the records of the other party in this and I went through their records, I'm sure they would be quite spicy. I can only imagine.
And by the way, her divorce is still pending. Still going on. Which is weird because her soon-to-be ex-husband appears to be doing her bidding.
The guy that she accused of some pretty horrific things, according to the docket. Now, again, I have not read the thing. I just saw the docket there. And it
2 times, by the way. She had one divorce proceeding that was closed against him, and this is the second one.
So she says all these things about this person, and yet they're sending out documents. I don't. That seems very bizarre. Yep. I don't honestly. After seeing the bully side and everything, if she moves forward with this case, that would be the most insane thing I have ever seen.
Oh, I think it's too late for her. It's too late for her. She's not going to have a choice at this point.
It's
too late for her to get out now.
She may move forward with the cat. I'm just saying, like, voluntarily, like she'd be like,
"Oh, no. I mean, she may try to drop it, but that's not going to keep her out of this case. Yeah. You're done. You're cooked. Your goose is cooked on this one." Okay, I pulled
that bully site. Oh man, those. I just have to say, I know you're about to reference. I just want to note, if people have not seen those videos, again,
they're so weird.
They're
disturbing. They make you feel like you're on an acid trip in hell. I'm not
They
kidding.
had Bruce as Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. I'm not swearing. I'm actually saying
Yeah,
they
I'm
had
saying
him
it's
as
Jesus
Jesus Christ. He is a Jew who appears to get offended when anyone mentions Jesus Christ in front of him and how he needs to meet Jesus. And this woman portrays him as a Jesus character. It is crazy. She's also made every single one of them so much more handsome or beautiful than they are. Lisa is like skinny and pretty, and she has all her teeth. And Bruce, his nose is like a quarter of the size. These people are delusional. They see themselves in a way that is not accurate. It does not reflect reality. You know how I see myself now? I have adopted my Muppet persona entirely. This
But
is
they
me.
have Jeremy Hales crucifying
This
him.
is me, folks.
I was like, what in the world am I watching here? Now, some of that's just bizarre. And I was like, what? No, what? Because again, if Jeremy Hales would have said any of that, first of all, some of the stuff you see, it's like, that looks like a threat almost. That's very bizarre stuff. And then again, like Megan said, if Jeremy even says something about Jesus or Christianity or anything, that's a problem. But
That's
they have him in
anti-Semitic.
yeah,
But
they
she
contacted the
literally
ADL.
put Bruce in a shining white robe with a glow, a halo
Oh my
around
God, I
him.
need to write the ADL. You know what? I am very offended for you, Bruce.
It is
I think-
super offensive to put such a devout Jewish man
Mhm.
in the heretic role of Jesus Christ. According to him, according to Jews, he's a heretic. So what the heck?
I mean,
That's
heck,
not
maybe
anti-Semitic?
I should write the anti-defamation league for him.
I think so. I think
You
he
know,
needs.
I mean, hey, they wrote
he needs justice.
and they complained about the nose thing. You know, they were like, "Up that right there," and Tide Pods for some reason. But that video, whew, man.
We're no strangers to love. Rozilla's Rum, how dare you? How dare you get a song stuck in my head? I'm having flashbacks to Vice's chat. How dare you?
Where were
Stop
we?
it.
I've lost our place.
We
Who
were
was
right
reading?
here.
You reading?
I
or-
was reading.
I
I was
couldn't
reading.
remember who's reading.
I pulled your background. I read your divorce case. I was a divorce attorney in the beginning of my career. I started to watch your videos. I watched your videos and I researched you, not for the merit of your cases, but to see your character in these.
Wait, so you're not looking at the merits of the case. You're just, instead of something that you could truly decide, you decided that. Now, what I wonder about that statement is, are you saying if you looked at it for the merit of the case, you would see it differently? Is that why you had to look at the so-called character behind that, by the way?
This is such a weird thing to say.
It is.
I don't know the merits of the case, and I just want to know your character. By the way, who died and made this woman the judge of character? I wanted to see your character.
She's at least hosting many of these freaking videos. I believe she made them up. They all fit to some stuff that she made. Her AI, like, I feel very comfortable saying that she made those hodunk, all the bully exterminator videos, because they fit her AI style, the language that it's utilized. It doesn't sound like certain people there. Again, maybe they use AI more, but she's hosting 5 of them on that one site, by the way. So it was 5.
What? I
think it was 5.
forgot where I was. You
You're
interrupted
bad.
me.
That's totally your bad. How could
And
you
then
let
the
me
chat is
interrupt you?
rickrolling me. They're rickrolling me. They're like, never gonna give you up. Damn it! Stop it, chat.
We're totally not going to give
Take
you
me to church. Okay, stop. But to see your character in these modern times, social media influencer have become leaders. And with the role of a leader, there is a higher standard because people are following you and placing you in a high position.
also saw those you were suing and saw their lives as disadvantaged. I heard your words about how you seek to hurt people with litigation. I heard you call people names.
Oh no,
I
not
s-
names.
Oh God, no, not names. I saw your blatant disrespect during your deposition. I saw your mockery of the defendants as you made them into characters, making fun of their appearance.
So again, what makes this really lovely is finding out this is the person behind bully exterminators that's
Right.
calling people
Wait,
podunk
wait.
hillbillies.
The one who's making all these disgusting fat characters and like they're barefoot and pregnant and every stereotype you can think of that's offensive to people in the South.
You know, that explains it now. I understand something from her filing I didn't get before. Remember when she talks about his audience, she says that they're rural
Rural.
with international.
Does
That's
she
why
really
she
believe
said
this?
that.
And they're all in overalls on mud farms, like, and they're, doing bad things with pigs and things. I don't know. I'm just saying that's the idea
just
you get from this.
What's up with that? Because again, where does she think the people she's talking about they live? She has the audacity to talk about disadvantaged people. Who do you think? Again, where do you think those disadvantaged people they live? A lot of them live like that, like the people you're talking about there. So you've taken that.
Lynette Preston is literally the definition of a disadvantaged person from the South who lives in the South, who speaks like a Southerner. And like, what are you doing? Like, literally, what are you doing? Because you're just defaming the people you say.
Well, that's actually the most fascinating thing about it. You know, these people, they come in, they obviously like. But what's funny is you can see the attitude and mentality of, yeah, sure, they may be from Florida, but you can just see what parts of Florida, how they look down their noses on people like Lynette Preston. Because when they describe the people that they don't like, they are describing people, again, mobile domiciles, all trailers. Well, people that run around and act, just like they're trying to say, well, who have we seen do that before?
Yeah, weird. Who lives like the people that she pictures living in a mud dump?
It's just crazy.
Who lives like that? You know what? It's funny. It's something that they do, though. They take everything that they are doing and they project it onto other people. Everything. From the way that, these people keep their property to the way that to the anti-Hales media ecosystem. They made up that term. Yet we start using it to describe them, and suddenly they're calling us the Hales ecosystem. Every
of course, because they got caught doing it. Well, that's because they want to make it a word. They don't want anybody to know what the heck actually happened there. That's why they adopted that.
The gaslighting is too much.
Amazing.
I can't. I'm waiting for them to start making themselves Muppets. You wait for it. Wait for it. They're going to start because we have too much fun over here. And that's another thing that they can't stand. They have to. They
have to
know
steal.
They have to steal it.
And
we're having. They're trying to figure out right now. They're going to change eventually they're going to change their avatars to Muppets. You wait for it. And as soon as they do that, the Muppet thing will be over. It'll be done.
So Ray said he's going to be monetizing now, which is kind of interesting.
He did. He said that today.
Yeah.
Mr. Holy and Pure, who has never monetized anything, and people who monetize YouTube are bad people. He's joining the dirty groupie cash train.
I wonder, though, if he's going to embrace, again, he attacked their biggest donor repeatedly. It is all over these sites, talking about what kind of sad sack he was. He was the first person I saw saying not to give money back either. I would never do that and more. It's just, it's fascinating to me because that guy, he wants on the money train now. I mean, he was like openly saying, "Oh, if there was some kind of ripoff, well, screw you."
Yeah. Speaking of the groupie cash train, by the way,
Check this out. Here, check this out real fast. I'll just show you this real
I was gonna grift for you. You interrupted me.
No, I gotta show you this first though. Now look at this. Check this out.
Good
Look, before
Lord,
I
I've
lose
never
it. I'll
known you
forget.
to stop the grift.
No, you
I
can
can't
grift
believe
in a
it.
minute. You'll grift.
I was
for
going to
me.
grift for you. I had a really good grift and you interrupted me. So how am I going to get
Okay,
back to it? I don't even
grift now.
know. No, now
God.
it's too late.
Grifting pieces.
It's too late.
Man. Yeah,
It's too
totally.
late.
My God. Some people's
You
children.
missed your window.
Some people's children.
Wait,
some
you didn't
days.
pull it up. Are you trying to pull it
I'm
up?
waiting. No.
So
Okay,
you interrupted me to wait. I was
Yes,
going to grift for you and you interrupted me to wait.
totally. That's the best
All
way
right,
to
you know
do
what,
it.
folks? Send him breadsticks. Get on the groupie cash train because he is clearly not in his right mind to do
I
it
have
tonight.
totally lost my mind today. Now I was looking at the, I'm surprised they haven't tried to alter this, and they will, I'm sure, later on, especially now that they want money. But their big donor again, Mr. 56K, right? If you look through that, they pinned it all on that one person, right? They said that one person's the bad person. Well, if you go through that one supposedly bad person's commentary, look who we find every single time. Here, there's Ray. All right, that's video. That's one video. There were 3 videos that still exist there because apparently they can't get this person to delete their videos. Here's another one. There's another one. That's 2 out of 2 there. And well, let's see. Will we make it a 3-fer? We show will. Look at that. 3 for 3. Every video he's sitting in there talking smack about this. And it was again about somebody saying, hey, I think I've been ripped off. And he's like, don't give that money back. In fact, let's attack that dude repeatedly. By the way, why don't you give me some money? I love it.
Terrible.
Oh my God. Yes. And if you would like to give some money, by the way, that's the worst.
Yeah,
Sunday.
I mean, you totally cut me off. I had such a good one too. I had such a good one going. I was trying to think of it now. Where was I going with it?
Now, here,
Yes. Oh, I got it now. I got it. It's coming back to me. It's coming back to me. I had this all planned out. You just jumped on me. All right. Ray Bone Crusher, Mr. Holier Than Thou, who says he's never going to monetize YouTube. That's not what he's here for. He announced today he's monetizing his channel. He's jumping on that dirty groupie cash train. And you know what would make him really mad tonight? If all of you in Ray Bone Crusher's name sent breadsticks to Mr. Tugglesworth,
that is
vowing to never support that channel that supports people who play revenge corn, vowing to never give him any money for his legal woes that he brought upon himself. Instead, make sure you support Tug, because Tug here is working hard. He's the hardest working Muppet you will ever find on YouTube. This guy does nothing but work for you. He works for your entertainment. He works for those laughs, and nobody does it better than Mr. Tugglesworth. Phenomena.
That was Muppet agreement. Phenomena.
Let the groupie cash train money rain.
I'm telling you, like, the funniest thing though is how much it bothers these people. You know, it really, you could tell. Like I said, every one of these channels, they keep railing on it. You know, they got really mad about. They got mad because the little one probably does better than they. You know, when you have Cook being like, oh my God, the kid makes the breadsticks. That, to me, I was like, first of all, don't talk about a kid. That's gross. But look at the jealousy, you know. That's funny. You know, so if you want to remind them, he's like, oh my God, that's how like grift for breadsticks. 3 of their channels brought them up, by the way. 3 of them to try to shift gears when I was talking about the Only Me mess.
That's gross. And also, can I just point out that LMNOP has been using the adoption of that poor kid on multiple GoFundMes, grifting, begging on Facebook for everything. And I have all this. We have all the screenshots. For them to accuse anybody else of using kids for money is absurd.
Gross. It's gross though, man.
It's
I
absurd.
was just like,
Tug and I
real?
live in our houses, which have indoor plumbing with our children, and sometimes they interrupt us. And I don't know what they think we should do, but we're not going to threaten to smack them in the face if they don't leave us alone.
exactly.
That's what
So,
we're not
could you
going to
imagine?
do.
Could you imagine if there was a recording of me doing something like
Oh my God, it would be
"Hey, come on."
everywhere.
Yeah, it would be. They would ruin my life with anything that even remotely resembled that. But then they defend the same thing coming from a person that they write a blank check to. I mean, it's madness. It is absolute madness. If there was somebody out there that was close to me making some of these horrific allegations, I mean, they would jump all over them. And again, it wouldn't matter if they had been investigated or not. They would ruin my life with it, but they defend it. They only defend one person. It's like Marla said. Marla said, falsely accused people by LP. There's only been one person that she's ever gotten it wrong with, and that was Cook. Everybody else was guilty, though. It's like, what? Are you kidding me? Okay. All right. But anyway, I got to finish this freaking letter. I keep forgetting
I
to
know.
read it. Okay, here we go. I expect at this point for you to become a defensive, try to justify you had reasons to act as you did. Actually, by this point, I'm sure he cut off and didn't read anymore.
I'm sure I wouldn't have been reading after the first paragraph. I've been like, what the fuck is this?
I would
Trash
actually
bin.
thought this was spam, just to be honest.
Yeah.
I would thought it was spam. I challenge you to continue to listen to me without anger or judgment. It does not matter who said or did what to you. It is never okay under God to seek revenge on anyone. By the
Who
way,
is this person? Can you imagine sending an email to someone you've never met in your entire life and preach at them like this about some behavior you think you know that, and you don't know this person at all? I am horrified by this. What even is this?
Well, it also, look at what's said in here. It doesn't matter what they did to you. So again,
it doesn't.
Look, there's two statements. But there's two statements in here that make me wonder.
What if they ARPed me? Does that matter? What do you mean it doesn't matter what they did to you? What if they accused me of ARPing their kid?
Actually, it seems like agreement. Like these are the kind of arguments that you start making when you think somebody's been wronged. Well, it's just like the whole. It doesn't really matter about the merits of your case. It matters about your character. It doesn't matter what they said or did to you. It doesn't matter how they've tried to ruin or wreck your life. Revenge is wrong. By the way,
revenge is not wrong, by the way. And she doesn't know her Bible very well, period.
I am the kind of revenge kind of person,
There are some times when, Jesus himself said, pick up your sword. There are times to pick up your sword. There's a time under heaven for everything. Everything. Peace and war. There's a time for all of it. And this is war.
Well, it would be it's a war for your reputation,
It's a war for his reputation, for his relationship. I think you guys forget, maybe, not you guys in the chat, but other people may forget that they have been trying to destroy his relationship with George. Trying desperately to drive a wedge between these two people who have decided they love each other. This is sick. Yeah, Jesus flipped tables. He made a whip and he beat people with it. There is a time for everything. And this is one of them.
Well, I seem to remember reading some quotation. I wonder if this lecture that we're seeing here, what do you think about the in the head and fed to alligators, or somebody talking about, hey, life imprisonment? That don't mean, they're talking
pulling
about
a gun
him
on you twice.
Yeah. They also, let's just talk about posts. I mean, hey, the other day we get Proverbs 24:20. For there will be no future for the evil man. The lamp of wickedness will be put out. So you tell me.
Did you just come up with that off the top of your head? You didn't have that in front of you, did you? You
No,
you
I just
memorized
remembered
that,
it.
didn't you?
I remembered it.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Your brain amazes me.
It's weird. Like it remembers the weirdest things sometimes too. Yeah, that was just one that held on to. But I'm sitting here and I can't remember the difference between pro se, pro bono, pro hoc vice,
I was
pro
there
hoc
that night
vice.
listening, and you must have said pro hoc vice 3 times, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
screaming at the phone,
yeah. I'm
pro
like,
bono, pro
well, the
bono.
other day actually I said pro bono and I meant pro hoc vice. So I was like, no.
Or pro
Some of that's
se.
the
No,
meds.
you said pro bono and you meant pro se. That was funny. And I was
Some of that's the
screaming, pro
meds that
se.
these meds drive me nuts, because they make me feel like
Mhm.
it feels like I don't know, it feels like dementia. People describe it. That's how it feels like. It's like trying to grasp at
That's
stuff.
what pregnancy feels like.
Really?
When you lose your I lost half my vocabulary. I will never forget this. I was like 7 or 8 months pregnant. I was standing in the kitchen and I was crying, and my husband comes in. He's like, "What's wrong?" And I said, "I can't remember the name of that thing." And I'm pointing to the stove. "What is that thing?" And he goes, "The stove?" And I'm like, "Yes, the stove. I couldn't think of the word stove." I mean, it drains your mental capacity. It does. It comes back eventually, but man, when you're pregnant, my vocabulary just left me.
That's why I write a lot lately. It keeps my mind at least moving at night when I find I can't sleep. That's what I do. That way, like I said, I keep my mind going. Let me see. Okay. I want to remind you, by the way, that you are in a leadership position with your followers, whether you appreciate that or not. Well, the lawsuit is about driving those people away. So, I think he does appreciate that. I created 2 videos for you. So, 2 video. This isn't enough lecture. We would have had 2 videos. By the
Oh
way, we can't
God,
pull up the videos.
this is a crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts. In hopes you could see yourself the way many are viewing you. So she went through
I
that.
would legit think this was from a stalker. If someone was like, "I created videos for you to watch because your behavior is so bad," I'd be like, "Fuck you, trash
Yeah, for
bin."
real. Again, but I'm not actually judging the merits of the case, and I don't care what people have
I
done to you.
am judging your character.
Well,
Because
I've
who
had
made you the
people that-
character queen? Seriously, you're not the character queen. Like you don't have the right to sit in judgment over anybody. Nobody. You judge nobody. Judge your own damn life.
remember,
Because you have a lot of shit going on, Leslie. You have a lot of shit going on in your life that you should take care of. A lot of it. And
there
it's
was a
all
guy.
now.
I remember some people, people pull this kind of shit. In 2019, I had this guy that kept writing, and he would do it under his Twitter name, but he kept writing threats, like pretty nasty stuff about coming to my home, doing like crazy shit. Talked about coming to the hospital. This was my wife's pregnant, all kinds of crazy shit. Well, after a while, I was like, this person, this stuff was crazy enough because they were looking through anything they could find to, to sound like a psycho. So I started looking through everything and I figured out who they were. It took a little bit of effort, but I figured out who they were. And online, one day after they mailed me something, I messaged them openly and I posted the message and I was like, you think this is okay? And they actually right away, they picked up right on Twitter. Yeah, of course, F me and stuff. I was like, would you say this to me if I knew who you were? Because I do. And right there, all these people, they're like, oh my God, Tug, he's a doxer, and the point in that is
Did you say this?
If you ran your mouth like that in real life to me, I will beat you with a fucking hand.
I never even got to that point. That's just but it's funny when people push you, and you say something. That's the thing. They're judging the reaction to the vitriol that you have been exposed to, and not just you. See, Hales is reacting to that. Just like for me, people, they bring up your kids and stuff. The reason they do that, they do it to Megan as well, because they know you care about them and they want to harm you with that. They hope that it will set you off. It will worry you. And Jeremy,
Yeah, these idiots, They actually said on the fleas, Lisa actually said, and I have a clip, and I'm going to play it on Monday, Lisa. I'm going to play you on Monday on Rumble saying, why don't we go after her husband and her kids? You know why? Because saying that we went after Leslie's husband. You know what the difference is, you big fat dummy? Leslie's husband wrote me a threat letter threatening to sue me. Has my husband contacted any of you jackasses? No, he has not. And until he does, he's off limits. So leave him the fuck alone. And you leave my kids alone because they have nothing to do with this. Nothing. You want to come after me all day long. I don't give a shit.
See, that's
you start talking about coming after my husband, who has done nothing to you, while Leslie's husband, on the other hand, is in my inbox.
Well, not just, again, I saw the big spiel about, oh, Leslie, she's a victim. She just looked into this. She was neutral. And then you find out actually she's running this bully platform, this insane bullshit. You find out about that. You find out about the other insanity. You find out about all the other. Yes, we know about the other accounts, by the way. We do. It really kind of points them out when they go down too, when we start talking about stuff. It kind of says, yeah, maybe that was one of them for sure. But yeah, we know about those too. And we know a lot of other
lips. We have all of your dummy accounts. We have all of your fake names. You don't even know what we have. We have all of it.
I mean, there are some very talented individuals out there. Like for me and Megan, we are good finders. And there are other people that are very good at finding things too. Some people that are...
The chat is pointing out that didn't sound right.
Which one?
I said her husband's in my inbox.
Oh my God. That is so sexy and steamy.
Oh my God, you're right. That was the worst phrasing ever. Oh my God, I did not mean it that way. But he's emailing me. That's all I meant.
That is so beautiful.
Emotional damage.
Damn it. The chat is losing its mind. Like, Megan.
Maybe that's why they're fighting. I got it now. That's what all that's over.
I will never be able to say in my inbox ever again. You have now ruined it. Damn it.
Do not put your square bullet points in my inbox.
Do not clip that. Do not clip that, chat. If you clip that,
sexy.
You're out of the Muppet Mafia.
Mana.
I will take your Muppet avatar and I will burn it in my inbox. Just kidding, because it's on fire, because it's mentholated. Damn it.
Look at that, by the way. Look at how this discussion comes back to her, by the way. Okay, she was like, I expect you to become defensive, right? Okay, I challenge you. Okay, I want to remind you. I created 2 videos about you. And then we get to, I did not come to harm you. I am reaching out to you.
Yes, you did.
I have never asked to be pulled into the lion's den.
What is this email?
What the fuck?
You're literally asking, by putting this in an email, and I tell everybody always, when you contact me by email, you are giving up the right to have that email be private, unless you're giving me information and you're a source and you say, I need this to be confidential, and we agree to that. But if you send me some random bullshit like this, you send me some random thing attacking me, I am totally going to read it.
The thing is, like, this is not in good faith. We found out again that she's running all this other bullshit and stuff. I consider anyone that contacts me in good faith. I don't bother. In fact, I usually bring up crazy emails like Megan, or again, we brought up BBB because BBB is making threats. Screw these people. They want to be able to do stuff like this, but this is so insane.
I don't even know David Helms' lawyer's name. That's how I don't even know what his name is, because he's done nothing to insert himself into the drama. Meanwhile, Bruce is out there suing Larry, my friend,
Oh my
suing my
God.
friends,
It was
suing people I know. Leslie, you did the same damn thing. You tried to sue J-Hip. He's my friend. You sue my friend, you have now entered the fray. You dove right into that pool.
Well, and for stuff
you
again,
did ask for it.
you know, she made a video about just J-Hip. She actually that bully channel made a video mocking his appearance, deriding him, and then she wants to complain because people called her an idiot.
Which
and
actually, by
they
the way,
called her-
he took very well. He thought it was hilarious, and
Yeah.
he has adopted the pear head. They called him. They said he had a head.
yeah,
the
they
shape of a
laughed
pear.
about it.
And he laughed about it, and now it's part of his Muppet. I don't know if you've seen his new Muppet, but it's literally a pear head, and it's very funny. It's very funny because J-Hip has an incredible sense of humor, and you can't insult him like that because he's a grown-up, and grown-ups don't get upset by people calling them pear heads and stuff. Grown-ups laugh at it. But yeah, she inserted herself 100% into this. As you can tell, I have proof because she wrote me on April 27th. Tug, when was the first stream we did about Legally Lips? What was it 2 days ago?
Yeah, a couple of days ago. Yeah, I can't remember because that was whenever the lawsuit popped.
First time we mentioned her, I'm going to tell you right now. The first time we mentioned her was 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days
when
ago.
the lawsuit popped, whatever that was.
When she filed. She filed the lawsuit. Before that,
she filed it. By the way, let's make that clear. She filed the lawsuit,
and she posted it in public. She inserted herself, and she forced herself onto this show by filing a lawsuit in this case.
And she played victim off of it. I mean, it was amazing to see the coverage and stuff that came out of the ecosystem because she did all of that. And again, we find out now after the fact that she's behind all kinds of crazy stuff. But even before
she claimed, by the way, Tug, that or not she, but the Fleas are claiming it was a coordinated hit on her, that we all had a coordinated hit on her. First of all, I spoke to no one. We all saw the docket, you dumbass. So everyone who's covering this case is going to read the new lawsuit in the case.
Actually, okay, so if that's coordination, I'd like to understand this. Before the docket even had the case, Miltoast had it. He actually put up a video. That's how we found out that it existed. He had it before it was on the docket. So you talk about coordination. That's probably not a good talking point. I mean, all things considered, I mean, seriously. It was on their channels before that. So what a bunch of insanity. Now, like you said, though, we find out there's a lawsuit. Somebody finds it. Yes. And if you're gonna start suing people over bullshit, I'm gonna look into who this person is. Of course. They told me though, her own press releases said that it is okay to go through. It is okay to have opinions. It is okay to do everything that these folks have done. So that's fine. I mean, if Jeremy Hales can be put under a microscope, they say that all of that is okay, then she can be put under a microscope. She brought a lawsuit. What is the difference here? I don't see it. She didn't ask to be put in that lion's den, but she did. I have no idea who you were before someone reached out. She repeated herself. I have no idea. Again, here is your paragraph.
Where was I?
I am going. It's the second.
Okay. I am going to get real with you right now. She's pulling her Tony Robbins out. This is Tony Robbins.
Totally real.
I'm going to get real with you right now, Jeremy. If you allow yourself to listen without becoming defensive, this could be pivotal to your life. You need to find your way back to God. You need to give yourself a rebirth. A rebirth, Jeremy. You need to go back between your mother's legs and have a rebirth. Her inbox, where the inbox is, and literally humble yourself and not be tempted by money or fame. You have the ability to lead many people. This is why I'm reaching out. You need to leave a legacy of leading people as a good man, not a man quick to become angry and defensive, sees himself as a victim in his circumstances. Oh my God.
This is
He
the
is the
person, though, is
biggest
how many
victim
people
on
is
the planet.
she sued her own family members. Her
She
own
sued her.
family.
Isn't that a little vindictive, Leslie?
That's so bizarre. On
You
top of
sued your
that,
mom.
yeah, and she also that was so crazy to read through. By the way, she also she sued all those people, the bar complaint folks. You know, all that was wild.
Right.
to
She
look at.
sued bar. She sued her clients that filed bar complaints against her.
Suing your own clients
Pretty
is pretty
vindictive.
crazy. That's wild, isn't it?
Pretty vindictive, Leslie. Sees himself seeking admiration from others. Isn't that why you pump your lips full of plastic fillers? Isn't that why you wear wigs all the time and weird colored contacts and make pouty faces at the camera constantly with the selfies and stuff? Like, why do you do the makeup you do? Because you want admiration from others. This is about you.
Hales isn't. He also
He
when he's
doesn't give
talking
a shit
about
what you
him.
think about
Well,
him.
yeah, okay. The idea that he sees himself as a victim in his circumstance. No, he's actually under siege right now in his life. But the rest of his life, like when you listen to him talk about it, he actually feels that he is blessed at the place that he arrives at. I mean, he talks about that. He talks about it with faith and stuff. I mean, that's been a pretty admirable stance considering a lot of the stuff that he deals with. A lot of people could take that and it would break a lesser person. Again, she dealt with internet blowback, very light internet blowback, by the way, with people saying you're an idiot and you're a Muppet. And she sued and went nuts. That was 2 days.
I still at some point want to play Nick Ricada reading her cease and desist, because actually it was some of the lightest ribbing I've ever seen him do, and I bet she had an fallout meltdown over it. Like, honestly, if he opened up both barrels,
oh no, I can't even imagine.
She would never recover.
No.
Like, you're too fragile for the internet, Leslie. You're just too fragile. You're gonna, some of us take a fat shaming and we love it. I think if someone did that to you, I think you would fall down and die. Like, I think you would just just fall over and just have a stroke.
But this is the person that's running bully freaking thing at the same time. So when you think about who is doing that too, it's not somebody that should have that kind of outlook. I mean, again, it's somebody that is more than willing to attack people. They do it. And look at the way that they attack them. Again, they play the neutral party, but it's just it's a facade. It's a mask. Where were you? Did you finish?
I was right here.
Okay.
You need to stop insulting people no matter what they have done to you. You need to get your life back on track with God.
Oh my goodness. I've created some videos in hopes you will keep an open mind and see what I am even taking something. That's a word. Shit. Taking time to email you. God. So many words. Vocabulary, words, syllable, morpheme, phoneme.
Words, syllables.
How many times have you ever heard anybody bust out in the middle of a conversation saying, the morphemes and phonemes and okay, here. There we go. I feel like I'm supposed to share this with you. I don't know why, as I don't even know you, but I am open to helping you become the leader with character and integrity. If you're open to
Wait. Is she selling like personal life coaching here? Is that what's happening?
This is creepy, man. I mean, it's very bizarre. Well, I made you these videos, and I know as a person with 2 subscribers and 6 views that you totally will want to see these.
You'll want to see these because, you know, you have 700,000 followers, but me with my 2 subscribers, I'm sure that you'll know that I have something really valuable for you.
This is nuts, man. But if not, please know my intentions are only to make you see again, so you can become what God sees in you and become something more than you ever imagined. With God, by the way, did God want you to make those videos? Did God tell you to do that? I'm curious. Did you hear God say that?
You know, Jeremy has already become somebody that hardly any of us can imagine. Think about it. Like, what more could, how much further could he go, really? Like, I think God, if God's involved in this, he's given Jeremy a pretty good hand.
Yeah.
Like
man,
the
he
idea
said,
of like,
I'm
you can become
blessed, you know?
something more than you've ever imagined. Like, what more could he possibly imagine?
I
He's
mean,
probably a
well,
multimillionaire. Jeremy's got properties. He's got the ability to travel. He loves his work. And if he can keep it, because these people keep trying to destroy it. But before they all came along, Jeremy was doing quite well for himself. Who is this woman to come along and say, I can help you? Me, this person who is not successful, had to give up her bar license because of all the discipline, has this ridiculous reputation. Come on, let's be honest. It's ridiculous. What has she done? Where is her influence? Where is her success to tell someone like Jeremy Hales, who has more success than I think any of us can imagine? I doubt there's anybody, even in our chat, who has the kind of success Jeremy has, because it's so rare, right? And she's telling him she's going to help him become successful. What the hell? This is, you know what this is? This is
it reads
delusion.
like narcissism is what it reads like. It reads like narcissism. Yeah, to the delusionary. I mean, it's, God, it's weird, you know? But I made these videos for you to see yourself and how many are viewing you to help you humble yourself. I'm going to humble you, Jeremy, and become the true leader God wants you to be. God bless. I can't believe somebody would write that, telling you about God and all of this stuff.
And then they put you in a KKK robe.
Yeah, exactly. That's nuts. That is absolute nuts. Do you want to read the letter today? You want to settle?
It's really short. It's
Okay.
it's not long.
Okay.
Mine is much shorter than the other one. Hold on. I screwed something up. Okay, let's see.
Then
Here
I'll
we
read
go.
mine. It will be so amazing.
All right. Request for your position on what has been provided to me. What does that even mean? I don't know. From Leslie Federigos to Megan Fox. Hello. Oh, by the way, Sunday, April 27th. So quite a ways before the week she said she had just heard about this. Hello, Megan. It's Leslie Federigos. I used to practice law as an attorney, but now I'm working behind the scenes to consult attorneys on trial preparation, appeals, and federal lawsuits. I actually represented Gabe Shapur and Eric Satin, and I think you and Mickey Volmet, the man whose name will never be mentioned on your channel again, interviewed both of them in 2021. Volmet reached out to me because I have been doing a podcast on my new show. I'm going to have him on about what the Hales and the lawsuits he's filed. Darth Touch, otherwise known as Volmet, said they are frivolous, and he's using them for content. He mentioned that you're going along and unethically reporting on things favorably. Yes, unethically. Do I have to repeat myself?
Ethics. Oh my God, they talk ethics though. Are you kidding me?
But I also posted your revenge prawn, but that was very ethical.
Yes.
And unethically reporting on things favorably to him because he helps you get more subscribers. I always like to hear from both sides. Please advise as to your position. Best wishes, Leslie Federigos, Esquire, retire.
That sounded like a case of gaslighting. That's what that was. I will make
wait.
you.
And wait, there's a picture. I always add my picture because
Oh
I'm
yeah.
fucking hot and I want everyone to see how hot I am with my big lips.
So pretty.
So, come on, you
So
guys. Like, honestly, like, I'm telling you, you think this was a good faith? Anybody here think this was a good faith email?
when was that mailed?
April 27th. He
Okay.
mentioned you are going along and unethically reporting on things favorably to him because he helps you get more subscribers. You really think she wanted to hear anything from me that
Well,
was
isn't that what? So
contrary?
why exactly is she having these people on? I mean, was she having them on just because they're going to be stimulating conversation? I mean, why didn't she just pick out any trial? Why did she talk about trials that she's been involved in? Anything? I mean, why this case specifically? Why would that one specifically? Again, she lied about why it was and said that, well, she saw something about a friend of hers, on April
These
the
people think we're
20th.
stupid.
No,
Yeah, they think we're stupid. You think
she
I'm
lied
stupid,
about
Leslie, but
the.
I'm not stupid. I'm not giving you any content. I'm not giving you anything. I'm not gonna waste my time on you. I'm not gonna reply to this. I didn't reply to this.
I am looking at the email that was sent, right? I'm looking at the unredacted portion because I wanted to check something. Because again, I thought, what did I fuck that up? It's like the date. I kept thinking, did I mess this date up or something? Did I? Because again, what's the date that she says that she mailed on?
Oh, wait.
Right here.
Oh
See it?
yeah, April. But she contradicted herself.
But when I'm looking at the email, it was sent.
No, she
on-
emailed me on April 27th. That's the one she's talking about. April 27th. That's the one we just read.
Okay. Well, but look at her dates, like where she's
I
talking
know.
about
Her
plaintiff
dates don't
conducting.
make any sense.
None of them
Because
do.
look,
Like all of it.
on-
That's what I mean. Like any of it.
She claims to have reached out to me about this case on the 27th. But on May 13th, she then says she saw this Facebook group. That's how she got involved in this. Afterwards? That doesn't make any sense.
Like, none of this makes sense. 20th, she sees Dartuj. She's like, oh, out of concern, I notify him. So I somehow stumble across this thing and what? No. So this person that has done multiple articles on you, just out of the blue, you decide, I'm going to get in there. That seems very bizarre anyway, The acquaintance subsequently requests that I get involved.
On May 6th, she says she conducted the interview maintaining neutrality and objectivity.
Do we know the date of the Revenge Prawn video?
That's a very good question. I don't know if I have the date of that.
Yeah, see, I don't know either because with the whole channel down.
The channel's down, so I don't know. I will ask the girls. I'll ask the girls. They might know, so
Okay.
I will ask them.
I mean, I'm curious about that. That letter too. Like when you actually look at a letter and it's set out, we've condensed it down into something kind of small. Imagine that, like in your inbox is a humongous freaking letter, and it is so crazy. Oh my God. I really wanted to know how contact had happened with these folks because again,
it was May 6th. It was that day? Oh my God. No.
This one, yeah. No. Oh man.
Oh no. Come on. Are you sure? Are you sure? Hold on. She's sure because she's the one who she ripped it for me.
Huh.
So on the same day that you claim you conducted a neutral, objective interview, you let those people rebroadcast illegal revenge prawn of me and Jeremy Hales.
And Jeremy Hales, yes. The guy you say that you have neutrality that you're reporting on. Oh my God.
Wow.
I think tomorrow I'm going to cover the casting call. I was going to do that tonight, but I don't think I want to.
I'm
to
sorry. I derailed you with the
no, it's good.
letter.
Actually, no. Remember what I said? I said tonight.
Remember who to blame.
gonna be-
Remember who's to blame.
Yeah, no, tonight I said we are just going free for all. Like it's just going to be fun, And that's the thing. Like I think taking something and having fun, despite the fact, again, you look at that, that this stuff, it worries people. Jeremy Hales is like, holy crap, these people are going to try to damage me more. We have people that we know too, like Jay. I mean, again, that this stuff is not something they want invited into their life. You're just trying to have fun, goof off somewhat, and these people launch a lawsuit out of the blue, come up with all these threats, and it's important to have fun off of this stuff. I am not going to let them take that away from us. Fuck them. Like they want to be nasty and they want to ruin people. I'm not letting them ruin shit. My fun. No, they won't. I archived all of Bully Exterminators, the website too. I did find it fascinating. Again, anything we've talked about that has a direct link has been pulled down. Here's a weird thing too. Maybe when you're trying to hide your website because they hid who put it together, maybe don't leave so many breadcrumbs. Because you could tie all of this stuff together pretty. It was simple enough. Again, that one big glaring road sign. You can't ever say 100% something. Like I would not have felt comfortable, even with everything we had, where again, you saw everything. There's 100% certainty of who had been doing this stuff, but we didn't have that one website. That one website, which is a vanity project. This person got busted doing all of this because of a vanity project that I'm sure, again, they'll try to make excuses for and tell you, it's no big deal. Well, yeah, it is. It blows the whole freaking narrative out of the water. The whole victim narrative that they shopped around. These people knew what was going on. Every one of these idiots has pushed this Bully Exterminators. It's in their community tabs. I mean, you go in and you find it. They've been pushing this. The people that got press releases, by the way, they all pushed that. That looks like quid pro quo to me. Do me a favor and I'll do you a favor. Very much so. I just think that's weird, man.
This whole thing.
It's so bizarre, isn't it?
Is the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. But
I mean,
tune in daily because new Muppets are being added to the cast of characters every single day.
I'm addicted to this insanity, though. And, I hate that somebody has to be targeted in it. But my God, I can't look away from this train wreck. It's so fucking crazy. And really, if people turned away from it, I mean, honestly, you would have all of this insanity pointed at this one person and he would be dealing with it all on his own. And look what it's been. It reeks of orchestration. They have orchestrated an attack. They have brought in all of these rando weirdos, man. And it's so.
And they keep
so
on
weird.
Recruiting. They're not done.
They're going to keep recruiting. They've been trying to recruit the entire time. I mean, they have no idea all the letters that have ended up coming out of the ecosystem that were aimed at just people that were like, hey, do you know anything about this? I know you've been covering this stuff. Who is this person? And to be fair too, when people are like, hey, should I talk to them? You talk to whoever you want. I'm not going to tell you not to talk to anybody. I would look them up and I would make sure that it is something I want to get involved in, because when you disagree with one of these idiots, when you think, hey, maybe they're wrong in this, they will try to ruin you for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just want to make sure that's something you want to get involved in. But I've had people
something
ask.
I wanted to say too is that one of the clips we're going to play, I think that's one of the clips I have for Monday, is that the Fleas are claiming, Fleece is claiming that she says for sure she knows that phone calls were made. Phone calls that Jeremy must have called us all of the YouTubers who read Leslie's lawsuit. A call went out and we should preserve our call records. And I just to be funny, I looked at my phone and I'm like, all right, let me look at my call records. I got no phone calls from Jeremy. I'm very disappointed in Dear Leader because I got no phone call. And yet it's amazing how I decided to read a lawsuit that was on the docket that day. Like that's when are they going to figure out how YouTube works? When are they going to figure out how
you know how
people
again
cover lawsuits work?
well, we found out that it existed because of Stupid Dave. So when that video came up, then
Oh, yeah,
people
that's
started,
right.
yeah, they started messaging everyone. So that's actually a bunch of garbage. He had that before it hit the docket. Because if you go back and you look at posts about that thing, people thought it was a fake lawsuit that they were pushing. I had a bunch of people mail me. They were like, this is a fake lawsuit. What's going on? And then it hit within, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. It actually hit the docket. But I mean, people thought it was fake. You can go and track that back to the quote unquote fan page and other posts. You can find it easily. But it was, yeah, the call went out all right. The call was from, again, Miltoast. He's the one that alerted everyone. He put it down in public, and he did it before it ever hit the docket. So let's be very clear. We're talking about coordination and conspiracy. There it is.
It's so stupid. All of this is stupid. The idea that and if you should go back and watch, if you're curious about how covering a legal case works, watch any channel that covers legal cases. And we sit on the docket, we wait for things to be filed, and then we report them. That's how it works. And yes, you will often have multiple channels covering the same document on the same day because it came out that day. That's why. No one needs to call anybody, or because they're talking about it or sending it to you, or because they're the ones advertising it, for God's sake.
It's so bizarre. All of it is so freaking bizarre, man. Yeah. Threats too. You better preserve there. Oh, what you honestly, are you,
Private chat, Doug.
do what? Oh no.
Check the private chat real quick.
That's fucking nuts, man. Yeah, I'm not surprised though. That's awful. That is fucked up.
Yeah, we'll see if it's real or not. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they don't let these people worry. You know how they are, man. It comes eventually. If you, I'm telling you, there's a specific one of them. Like there's certain ones that are horribly people. That's why they're brought in. They're brought in to intimidate. That is what they're brought in, and it works. It works on a lot of people.
Yep.
That's exactly why they were brought in. But yeah, I don't know. Like, see if that's true or not.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out.
All right. I'm gonna hit some super chats. You hanging or you out?
I think I'm gonna go and try and verify.
All right. Let me know. Okay. Hit me up.
All right.
All right. Crazy old Bart. Thanks for the 2 there. Don't chat GPT and drive. Yes, that's actually probably good. It could give you instructions on how to drive. They would probably be very bad, by the way. They'd probably end up in a ditch somewhere. So yes, don't do that. Oh, by the way, too, I see Cheryl actually sent 5 as well. Thank you very much, Cheryl. Let me see if there's a message with that. Just give me 1 second. I'm checking. 1 minute there, Cheryl. Also, Richard, I don't remember if I shouted you out yesterday, by the way, but if I didn't, thank you, and if I did, still thank you. Yeah. Oh, these people though, they're some horrible, freaking awful people. They do anything that they can to harm and to be nasty and just disgusting. They have no line. That's the amazing thing about it. But yes, Cheryl, thank you again. to Hales with Bone Crusher, it says. Indeed. Thank you for that, by the way. I do appreciate it. Got a linguist. Thanks for the 2. Damn it. Y'all made me do a Muppet too. I know. Your Muppet looks good, by the way. I like it. I love all the Muppets there. Green Veg Piece. Thanks for the 5. Man, even late for being late. I know. I was trying to really stack them up. Actually, I was trying to verify some dates is what I was trying to get in today. So it even made me later. Allie, thanks for the 5. I went for a cosmetic surgeon aviator. I've emailed Megan, Tyler, and Walmart each for you so you can heckle the haters. That's funny. I like being on the stand to heckle there. Misbehaving. Thank you for that gifted membership, by the way. Thank you, Misbehaving. Much appreciated. And thank you for the 5 months. Mugs Muffet Mafia. Indeed. That is awesome. Rozilla. Thanks for the 2. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna. Indeed. Andrew. Thanks for the 2 there. Raise the curtain on the Muppet Show tonight. I can hear the song now in my head. Max Lab, thanks for the 2. Hey, Tug and Megan. Hey, Max Lab. I hope you're doing great, by the way. It is, every day is wild, isn't it? The Floofy, thanks for the 5. The Feline Lordships are celebrating their servant's birthday by gifting Tongue, Bung, and Love their tuna treat monies. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, it's so, it's your birthday? Is that what I'm getting out of that? Is that correct? If not, if I misheard it, then we have a free birthday song. But let's do one anyway. Happy birthday from all of us to you. Yeah. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Again, if I misread that, I still happy. I love your super chats. They're funny. They're good. Jack's Bob, thanks for the 5. I've Muppetized my friends and family. Once they saw mine, they wanted one too. I know it's addictive. It's just like, did you see all the action figure ones that came out? Those were all fun. But the Muppet thing is really fun. And it'll catch on. It'll be everywhere. You watch. Everybody will have Muppets. And you'll be like, where did it start? Watch somebody else take credit for it too. They won't take credit. They won't give credit where it actually started out. There'll be some bigger YouTuber. They'll be like, yeah, I came up with this trend. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. But whatever. I want to give it credit for the lawsuit. That's really what kicked it off. The originating point would be, Megan was popping Muppets, but you also had J-Hip and Crew. Like all of that, I think is the originating point. And it was fun. But Nikki, thanks for the 5. Otter Creek welcomes its new legal team of disbarred, discarded, and pending. That does sound like a really wonderful legal practice, doesn't it? Fallen Hero, thanks for the gifted membership there too. Thank you, Fallen Hero, man. Appreciate you, brother. Mary, thanks for the 2 months there. Thank you for all your show and the truth. Well, I appreciate that. That's really again, it's fascinating how you'll have somebody pick up a microphone and they will rant for hours. And you're like, but we actually have shown, again, the denial of the revenge prawn thing even existing. What? No. YouTube, again, they themselves had a problem with it. Now, it just gets worse. You have new laws that have been put into place. A few days ago, the federal law went in. I was trying to remember the exact date, but we were talking about brand new laws with that, but you already had pre-existing laws that would have made that a problem. Again, the platform have already kicked that video off. So that alone right there tells you it's not welcome here. But hey, Abby, thanks for the 2 months. Send email to with some video clips. Interesting too. Is that the 2 and 3 minute video? Yes, that's something that was very interesting. If that's what you're talking about. I think one of them would be for the Rumble exclusive show. Tammy, thanks for the 2. Muppets Unite! Indeed. Get your Muppet on, baby. Liberty Bell, thanks for the 2 there. Yesterday was epic. It was. So thank you, for making it fun. Hey, it was a blast, to be honest. That was a crazy day. To have live it exposed. Again, they'll try to downplay what that is. But imagine if you found out that Jeremy Hales was doing this. If they would have found, for example, that there was a bully website, there was an actual website where you could sign people up so people could be bullied, how do you think the reaction would be to that? Because, of course, that is a messed up thing. I mean, it's absolutely messed up. They talk about, quote unquote, bully extermination. But ultimately, it's like, hey, send us an affidavit, saying you need us to go after this person and let's get on it. So nuts, man. Jack Small, thanks for the 5. They're really, really hard into the hate part of being hate channel. Yeah, there is a lot of that. It's crazy. David, thanks for the 5. I maxed out my chat GPT free. Use making Muppets. Yes, family from Muppets. Yeah, I got you. I blame Jeremy. Yeah, Muppet Mafia. Square bullet points for all. Indeed. You know what? What we need are a bunch of Muppets from Megan, like wearing square bullet point jewelry, and there could be square bullet points behind her. People should make that happen. I think that would be fun. Hazel, what's up? Thanks for the 5. Looney Tunes are expanding their membership. The crazy is over the roof. It's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, this stuff has gotten wild. Angela, thanks for the 32 months. Thank you. That 32 months. Oh my God, to the 32 months. Thank you. Hey, thank you there for all the birthdays, holidays you've helped me through. Amazing to the chat. Thank you. Hey, I love you folks, man. I mean, again, you all have made it where I can do what I enjoy. And I enjoy that. Again, I had to set up like yesterday. You talk about there's work that goes into this stuff. For example, again, yesterday to make sure that it was archived. I don't want there to be denials of what's out there. And again, one of the reasons they'll probably want to repost their defamatory BS is because they know we archived everything. But I don't want any of those videos going away, especially the ones where they put somebody again in a certain pointy hat, or they were insane. I have not sat down and watched those videos. They had no relevance to me. But after I saw them, man, what's crazy too is when you see like the revenge corn and somebody putting up nudes and all of this other craziness in videos. The ecosystem, you have plenty of people commenting over there saying that's A-okay. They're good to go with that. It's crazy, man. But Angela, I appreciate you. I have my favorites. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2 there. Extra butter breadsticks to piss off the haters. Thank you there. My oldest has been in love with garlic knots lately. For some reason, garlic bread. She's like, oh, I need some garlic bread. It's so crazy. So breadsticks, she's really been on that. Carol dropped that 10 months there. Thank you, Carol. There's not a statement. That is its own statement. Thank you, Carol. Lori dropped 5 giftos. Giftos for the people. Thank you, Lori. I appreciate that. Tammy, thanks for the 10 there. For you girls, tea time. Yeah, that'll be awesome, actually. I need to take them over to the tea room again. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take them to the tea room. They enjoy it quite a bit. They may actually. What's tomorrow? Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday, right? I keep getting my days mixed up. Yes, Thursday. With all this stuff, it's the way I can keep up with days is through scheduling and what I do with the kids as far as homeschool, those things. Otherwise I can't keep up with the day because all of this, work it's fascinating. It all, it all plugs in a certain way. But yeah, I think they're going with grandma tomorrow and I'm going to give them some money to go to the tea room and enjoy themselves. So I appreciate that. Rick, thanks for the 2. Muppets on a plane coming soon to Florida. Indeed. Are they going to Gainesville? That's what we need. I mean, my Muppet needs a shirt that says, you know, I went to Gainesville and all I got was a stupid shirt. Maureen, thanks for the 2. Breadstick money. Thank you. I appreciate that. Silverleaf, thanks for the 2. Muppet Mafia, LOL. First time having an avatar. Well, that's awesome too. The avatar looks great, by the way. I love it. It looks awesome. You know, and the avatar is like Muppets are, it's not hurting anything. We're having a lot of fun with them. I think it's amazing. Joan, thanks for the 20. For Tug from YouTube. Oh, hey, from the Thugs, as you were going with it. From YouTube, Grandma. Well, thank you, Joan. I appreciate that. I know how autocorrect, you should ask Megan sometimes. Like if I have to message somebody, holy God. Autocorrect's like, what is that nightmare? Maybe not. I love that name, by the way. Thank you, 10 gifted memberships there. Again, thank you very much for memberships. That means the world. I love seeing people get those. Oh, hey, what's up, Fox Dens, Muppet Mafia? I got my Muppet. Who was asking? Was it you who was asking me about a Muppet? Somebody was asking me to make them a Muppet, and they asked yesterday on Facebook, and I fell asleep. So I didn't fall asleep very long, but I fell asleep and I woke back up and I forgot about it. So it's easy. You can go online and actually find a Muppet maker for your stuff as well. It's just like ChatGPT. You can sign up for ChatGPT for free. It does have a free setup. So you can go in and make a few pictures. You can only make a few a day though, you know, for free. If you're so inclined and you want to make like just an army of them, you can find one of the really cheap AI places. Again, ChatGPT is like $20 a month. I do use it for certain things though, because it saves, but I wouldn't have it every month, you know, between the cost of the case and everything else, you know, having like streaming services on top of Recorder, on top of Dropbox and all this other, it all gets expensive after a while anyway. So I don't really want to drop $20 a month, but I do use it. And I do have it right now while I'm writing. I think it helps because it shows, like with my kids, I can show them how to structure. It can't write, but it can show you how to structure and other things. But and also you can make about 100 pictures a day if you do pay for it. There are cheaper AIs out there though. Nana B, thanks for the 2 there. Hey, thanks for the gifted membership. See, I love that. I love it. I love it when people are like, yeah, thank you. That's great. Suzette dropped 10 giftos too. Bam, baby. Like I said, I love seeing those fall in. So thank you for that. S-Shot, thanks for the 5 there. My Muppet looks like Miss Piggy without the pig nose. You know, a lot of Muppets do kind of look like that. Miss Piggy was pretty with a pig nose. You know, it made her pig. So, you know, so it's not like a problem or anything. I love it. I really liked Miss Piggy. What's up? It's the Muppet Man, Dwayne. Thanks for the 5 there. Here's some money in the scented trash bags from the Muppet. That's what the Muppet that Megan needs. It needs bracelets and necklaces that are made out of square bullet points. And it needs to be wearing a cape that is a scented trash bag. That's perfect. That's what we need. Faith says it all. Thanks for the 5. Will the new law that was just passed help with this? It's quite possible. It is quite possible. Thank you all for standing for the truth. Well, thank you. And yeah, I mean, it is quite possible there. Debbie, thanks for the 2. I got Muppet. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Oh, that's awesome, man. I love it. Love the Muppet Show tonight. Mary Jane, thanks for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Thugs. Appreciate that. Kim, thanks for the 6 months there. Wish I could do more. Being on fixed income is hard. Hey, you don't have to do anything, you know, honestly. Kim, you look out for you first, you know, and we do fine. So you being here, that's all that matters. You know, when you show up, you have fun, and that's it. You know, you're here. Like I said, I appreciate the heck out of you. Never feel like that. Andre, your favorite French Canadian. Thank you for the 5 there. Lynette is patient 1 of the Otter Creek virus. Muppet Lips is patient 1 of the mutation virus. Peace. The mutations. We're all turning into Muppets. That's what's happening. Mama Cat, thanks for the 5. World Turpitude is strong with his crew. Yes, indeed. You are incorrect. You are very correct. Debbie dropped a super sticker there. I'll have to go back and review. I love seeing the super stickers afterwards. I especially like looking at them because there are so many. And one day I hope to see them all. You know, one day. Suzanne, thanks for the 8 months. Hashtag Botox is not beautiful. Yeah, I feel bad for people that feel like, again, your body, you can do whatever you want. But there's a problem. Like, people are convinced not to be comfortable in your own skin. And I hate that social programming that people experience. You know, I see a lot of very attractive people that do horrible things to themselves because they think it makes them better. We see it in Hollywood, especially. Look at these folks. And then the fear of aging. We all have age. We eventually, you know, we will age. I understand when some people want to do something to defy that. I'm not being mean or cruel to anyone with that. I just hate it because, again, we're taught not to be comfortable with ourselves. And sometimes it's hard. And it's not just with Botox or anything else. It's with all kinds of things, you know. One day, maybe. One day. Angel, thanks for the 5 there. Appreciate that. No one should mess with amazing luck and bug. Indeed, these people are crazy. You know, they're great kids. Amazing with them. Heals my heart not having one. Well, I love the fact that people out there can show that the internet is not just some horrible place. Again, you know, that's the you from the especially from the haters. You see such horrific shit some of these people would pull that it's refreshing to actually see decency and kindness. And, you know, they always try to blame up. They try to say things like, well, LMNOP. Well, first of all, I don't get my kids to yell at other people across the street and start shit. I am not accusing somebody to people saying, again, something terrible is happening here, but I'm not going to report it. You know, all of those things. That's insanity. You know, that is absolute craziness. It's just, it amazes me too. You know, it puts you in this weird quandary because for me, I can either I could lock the kids off from me, or I can let them come around. Oh, well, I can not work. Well, I realize that some of these people probably have never fucking worked in their lives. So, you know, they probably leech off of some system in some way or shape or form. So many of them have no idea what that's like, but some of us do have to work. This is work. So I'm very fortunate that my kids get to be around me when I work. And I love it. And I love that people are great too. So thank you all. Tam, thanks for the 2 months there. 2 months. There's not a statement, but that is a statement. Thank you. Also, Elaine, thanks for the 5. The LOL, the Muppet Mafia. First time sending a super chat. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Money for the Littles Candy Fund. Thank you. Love y'all. Both of you keep me laughing. Thank you. I appreciate you all. It's a lot of fun. I love doing shows. I love it. Thank you. Tess, thanks for the 10. Just wanted to say thank you both for everything you do. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you all do too. Man, so many of you, well, you do awesome, great stuff. Travis, thanks for the 5. I ain't a keyboard warrior. I'll stand and bang with my fist if someone did all this to me. Love the channel and the Tugganots. This is a family. Indeed, Travis. I appreciate you, brother. And again, for you, again, Travis is a perfect example of that. I've gotten to see perseverance, growth, dedication in life. Man, you know, you become invested in other people like family. And I appreciate that. I love it. Lulu. Lulu. Thanks for the 5 there. The Lulu is new. Lulu is new. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sassy. Thanks for the 2. Jeremy finally talked about the corn today. Sad. I missed that actually. That's so he did talk about that today. I hate that he, I didn't want to bring that up. I actually avoided the subject of it for a long time because talking about it, it amplifies. See, this is the insanity that you're dealing with. It's like the sign thing. You remember how they played the sign game and they were like, well, if you wouldn't have talked about it, then nobody. Like the freaking, the revenge corn thing. It shows you, look at how this stuff is designed to damage. And you can either pretend that it doesn't exist and try to pretend, make it go away, or you address it. In all these things, you have to address them. Like, unfortunately, when they get to a certain point, you have to try to stamp out some of these crazy allegations people will put out there, or they may ruin your life and your business. They can set fire to everything around you. I wonder, by the way, these folks think that stuff's all great. It's all gravy, baby. How do you think that's going to play? Like if that did end up in a court in front of a jury, how do you think that would play? Do you think a jury would see that and be like, it's all good? That's somehow in some way that's just parody and satire. When you add the sound effects to make sure you really get that in there, and you have the faces of the people just to get it just right. Do you really think that works out? Skipper, thanks for the 20. When Craigslist had the casual encounters section, I took out an ad for a former PBA TV broadcaster in the M for M section with his real phone number. And the ad escaped legal consequences, but I did get suspended by the PBA. No. Oh no. I wonder how did that end up happening? I'm curious. How did that come about? You'll have to write me and tell me how that come about, please. Yes, thanks for the 5. LOL, like, oh my God, gag me with a spoon. Indeed. Misbehaving, thanks for the 6 there. Was she knocked over the head with a holly bibble? Yes, indeed. Indeed, that happens. Sassy, thanks for the 2. Lucifer fell from heaven. Jesus sin and blame Germany. Well, it's amazing. Like, again, when you looked at that email, what amazed me in it is it says, and I'll pull this back up because I don't want to misquote it. Okay, just to make this point here. It notes, again, I don't care about the merits of your case. You can have the greatest case ever, but I care about your character. How you act to the people that are treating you like garbage and trying to ruin your life. Are you freaking kidding me? Show grace to them. It doesn't matter who said or did what to you. Oh yeah, it does. You know what? I don't have to be anybody's bee. I can stand up for myself. And if you want to stand on your pulpit and tell me some holier than thou garbage, well, maybe you should live up to that. Maybe you shouldn't pull up bully freaking exterminators. Again, if you're worried about the religious aspects, again, why would you make Bruce into Jesus Christ and march him in a video to be crucified? It's so bizarre. And I thought, I again thought that was anti-Semitism. If Jeremy would have made that, oh my God, we would be talking about him having some problems. They would have gone out and they would have tried to burn his life down. Again, I think that needs to be reported. Bruce shouldn't have to deal with that from these people. Man. I think maybe I will report that for him. Navy Vet, what's up, Navy Vet? Love for the broken. Thanks for the 10 there. Well, I'm convinced Slim says I'm forever loving rock here. It is crazy, isn't it? Misbehaving. Thanks for the 2. All eyes are on lips. Yes, yes, indeed. There are many eyes too. There were many, many eyes in there. Sandy, thanks for the freaking. How many months? I'm trying to think. Like, you've been around forever. You know, I was trying to think of a good way to say it. You know, because I see the gifted membership, but I think, man, Sandy, it's Sandy. What's up? So, Sandy, I appreciate you first of all. Thank you for being here, and thank you for gifted membership. I was trying to think of a good way to say that. You know, just say it like that. Christine, thanks for the 2 there. Grandsons and I have joined the Muppet Mafia. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. No. I love it. Navy Vet Love for the Broken. Dropped 5 gifted memberships, by the way. Thank you for that. I very much appreciate that. You dropped 5 more on top of that, too. That's amazing. Again, 10 freaking memberships. All the people that are out there, you get to enjoy those. You see people when they react, like they love that. So I appreciate it. You giving a gift to somebody out there is amazing. Starcasm. What's up, Starcasm, by the way? I've always loved that name, by the way, Starcasm. Just to know. I love that. You guys do some fun stuff. Thank you for the 10 gifted memberships, too. Appreciate that for sure. Debbie, thanks for the 2. This case getting messier than a drop diaper. It feels like it, doesn't it? It just gets crazier and crazier every day. Thanks for the 5. Oh, so it wasn't Longinus after all. It's just tell. That's a funny joke, actually. That's very good. I like that. I was talking to one of my kids. We were talking about holy relics. I can't remember what we watched, and it had the spear of. So that's actually kind of funny. What's up, Muppet is back. I heard you pop in. You can add yourself if you're supposed to be here. Hey Zeus, thanks for the 5 there. Hey Tag, hey Doug Megan. Tag, you're it.
Hey, so yeah, I've been doxxed.
That's nasty. Who did it, first of all?
Paint chips.
Of course,
and
piece of shit.
Fleesa.
Oh, of course.
I have screenshots and everything. But this is what they do. And they claim that I was doxing, that I doxed Lisa. I've never shown her address. I've never said where she lives. Never. None of that. But Paint Chips is threatening to, well, I'll tell you what he said, actually. He said, she's going to call it doxing. I'm going to call it go fuck yourself. And then he posted where I live in the chat.
Well, he's a nasty piece of shit. Again, I'd go to the police. I would report. He's already put out revenge corn. He's I mean, just God, I would definitely bring him up. I do everything in my power to make sure that if they want to do that, they want to endanger you, man. You be safe for real. You know, I know you take your safety seriously. And we talked about it before, that sooner or later one of these nasty pieces of work would do something like that. But that's fucked up, man. These are some nasty pieces of work. I'm sorry that happened.
And she claims that the reason they did this is so they knew where to sue me. For one, you didn't need to publicly dox my address to know where to serve me. For
Actually,
two, I have already submitted to take service by email. And all of you fuckers have my email address. I have already agreed to accept any service by email. You do not have permission, nor do you need to come to my house. And you are not welcome at my house. Period.
What nasty pieces of work, man. You know, I remember them throwing fits about a court document having their address in it, but they decided to throw yours out there. Actually, if they did on the channel, take their channel down if they want to do that. I mean, like I said, I'm sorry they did that. You know these are some of the worst pieces of shit on the internet. So you're dealing with one of the worst pieces of shit on the internet.
And there are even people in their chat saying that they're in Albany or they're, somewhere nearby. Like, what are they? What's the point of that? Are you going to come to my house? Have I ever suggested anyone should go to anyone else's home? No, I have not. In fact, I have told all of you, if I were you, I wouldn't go anywhere near Otter Creek. Nowhere near Otter Creek.
Well, that's what a stalker and a bully for hire does. They try to destroy people's lives. They try to intimidate people. That's what they are. And again, I'm not, that's fucked up, but it's what they do. When you see it happen real time, that's what they do. They do it too. They do it for a living.
It's really gross.
It is. It's disgusting. They put bullseyes on kids and everything else because that's what they do. So you be careful. You watch yourself. Wow. For sure. But I would definitely follow up on a certain paint chip eating individual. I would definitely do that. Because anything that would have withheld, like if you didn't want any kind of information in a police report or something, well, there you go. I know.
And these people are really sick. And it's just disgusting. All right. I'm going to go. You guys have a good rest of your night.
I'm sorry you're dealing with that, man.
I'll see you later.
All right. That's who they are, though, man. That sucks, man. Everybody give some love to Megan, by the way. There's not a good thing you can say in moments like that. That's what they do, though. They had doxing platforms. And they're like, oh, you did this. You did no. By the way, you did that on a live stream. Okay. I hope somebody takes your channel down then. If you want to use your channel to dox people, I hope somebody takes it down for you. They may do it. It's crazy, though. I mean, again, you got the same guy that posts revenge porn about a person. And then they want to put out their address and more. Like I said, that's the kind of people that you deal with on this. And they want to act like they're victims. They are somehow the victim in all of this. You have people building platforms to harass a person nonstop. They record their every movement while pretending, of course, that they're doing that somehow for safety, even though the people that they're third party initiating that for, actually, he has a protective order against. So they stalk a person all the time. They attack anybody that even remotely tries to do anything, coverage and more. Nasty pieces of work, man. Like I said, you'd love to Megan, though. I mean, it's nuts. Miss Lipsy, thanks for the 11 months. Megan sent you an email. Oh my God, look at the latest emails. I'm sure she will get around to everything. There's a lot going on right this minute, so I'm sure it might take a minute, Maul, thanks for the 5 there. I made it big time. I'm a Muppet. I know, man. When you making the Muppets, right? Just Jay, thanks for the 5. If they steal my Muppet caper, they're in serious trouble. I know, man. I know. God, I can't believe they did that. What am I saying? I'm not surprised by the facts that they did that, but they don't even try to hide what they did. They did it openly, like right out in the freaking open. Again, that is a reason to take a channel down. So, Navy vet, love for the broken. Thanks for the 10. I'm offended. I live in Kentucky. Indeed. Well, that's the most bizarre thing with their hillbilly thing. Again, are they dealing with people that are not from some rural locale? They're talking about Otter Creek. How is that not offensive to those Otter Creek denizens, by the way? We're not making fun of everybody. We're just making fun of everybody there. What? Starcasm. thanks for the 10 there. Appreciate that. So one time at band camp, I was with Kermit the Frog, and he showed me God's Bible. I sued him for defaming me, and it made me lose my religion. I'm in therapy, but hey, Frog, it's fine. Any advice for me? Well, there is this one part of the Bible that's crazy. Sounds like a great advice column, actually. Maybe we need Muppet advice column. Debbie, thanks for the 10. If anyone steals Jay, Muppet, whatever, there will be serious problems. I know. He needs credit for sure. John, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Well, thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tugs Thugs. Appreciate that. Georgie, what's up? Georgie's Life Unfiltered. Thanks to the 5 as a proud Southerner. We don't want Element OP. We pass it to New York instead. You get the hot potato people over? Indeed. Indeed. Currently, thanks for the 10 there. Breadstick money. Thank you. Thank you for the breadsticks. I appreciate that. Simply Me, thanks for the 5. Muppet Mafia only. Indeed. That would be a good membership only stream, wouldn't it? Muppet Mafia only. Mike, thanks for the 2. Deliverance. JC saying oink like a pig. Where are you going, city boy? Yeah, that movie. Emma, thanks for the 5. Only support decent people. Sorry, Pony Crusher. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you, by the way, Emma. Lori, thanks for the 20 there. Appreciate that. Got some totally tubular breadsticks. Totally tubular, man. Rock on. Love it. Lewis, thanks for the 2. This is Ray. Not. Love it. Love it. Sandra, thanks for the 5. I vow to never support those yahoos. Doug, Muppet Megan only. Indeed. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Wanda, thanks for the 20. Totally don't like plastic pump lips and vowing to never watch a Ray, but will always support Tubby Megan. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Just Jacob, thanks for 5. I support Ray, the bone crusher, the boner crusher, but only for 4 hours. Yep, you don't want to totally risk the priapisms. No, that would be dangerous. It would be. Well, thank you, Lady Tammy. Thanks for the 5. On behalf of Ray, man, thank you. It's awesome. On behalf of Ray there. L. Flockin' Lou, thanks for the 2. I denounce the bonehead and his hypocrisy. Indeed. Indeed. Abby, thanks for the 2. Ray Crowley lost 4K subs. All from you 2. Yeah, we didn't cost him any subs there. Actually, we lost subs because people just didn't want to deal. Again, if you stay with the same subject too, you lose subscribers. I lose subscribers. I lose it because I stay with the same subject though. You don't put out actual videos on anything except sitting in your house, talking to nothing. So, I mean, of course, you're going to lose subscribers for that. People are not going to show up for it. It's boring. You know, I mean, let's just be honest. It's boring, just ranting about nothing. That really, after a while, I mean, yeah, what's the draw for that? And that's why, usually, you know, you may find 60 people watching it, maybe. It's only, a lot of it is because it's just, you know, some ecosystem echo chamber bullshit where all these idiots get together. Hey, Sam, thanks for 5. Keep bitching about us giving them breadsticks. Only makes us spend more money in Tugs Underoos. Get that Underoo going. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. John, thanks for the 2. There's not a statement, but plenty of statement in that. Thank you. Yeah, they keep making threats, by the way. John Cook decided that he would go around. You know, it was really fascinating how Stupid Dave said that he was threatened by Jeremy, intimidation, when he was told, I'll see you in court. And yet you have all these idiots from the ecosystem. You know, they're going around, especially, like I said, John Cook going around to different places and telling people, I'm going to be suing 13 or 14 people. Like I said, I'm going to do my best. I will pick up one of the best free speech fucking lawyers I need, and I will bury these people with it. And thankfully, I live in a state where, first of all, the idea that The idea that they want to pull a collusion narrative, that's going to be a lot of fun. That is. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, this channel I've had for all of this time. I decided to cover something. Oh, do I cover stuff for a long time? Yeah, you can find all the articles about me covering Amber Heard. Johnny Depp. So, of course, I cover things a long time. Can I cover whatever I want to? Sure. I could cover hot pockets if I wanted to, but I don't. I cover cases. And the idea that you're gonna be able to somehow say other people are in a conspiracy, yet these people, again, the funny thing, the fascinating thing about them is that they have talked about in their own freaking backroom conversations about building an what the hales media ecosystem. They discussed it. It ended up leaking out. What's the response to that? Well, you see, John, thanks for the 2 there. Again, nothing attached, but plenty attached. Thank you, my friend. Arizona Hawk, thanks for the 5. Tell you the best. Lockenbach are the sweetest girls. Thank you. I appreciate that. They're really good kids. They are very good kids. Rhea Rye, thanks for the 2. Not so much bone crusher, more like hip replacement. That could be a bone crush, though, you know? I mean, honestly. Cheyenne, thanks for the 5. Breadsticks forever. Muppets forever. Bone crushers never. Indeed. Thank you. James, thanks for the 2. Check email for Muppet chat derailer pics. I will have to see those. Thank you. I'll look them up. Linda, thanks for the 10. Lynette is ludicrous. Thank you. I appreciate that. Indeed. Mr. Coop. What's up, Mr. Coop? Thank you for the 5 there. Candy Monies. Keep doing, sir. Tug, I love what you and Megan are doing. Well, thank you for that. By the way, I do want to give love. There's a lot of good channels out there, man. You check out the Temu crew. That makes me think of them. You know, I appreciate them. Oh, they've actually gotten funnier, by the way. I call it I can't remember if it was, I can't remember which broadcast it was. It was a couple of days back. And it was pretty funny. Nebby, thanks for the 5 there. Breadsticks for Tuck and sweet girls, and nothing for the evil jokers ever. Thank you for that, Nanaby. Nanaby. Nessa, thanks for the 2. MIAGA, making Zayna songs great again. Indeed. Indeed. Dwayne, thanks for the 5. God bless Megan and Tuck. Thank you. I appreciate that there. Thank you there. Forever Not Me. Thanks for the 5. For right. I mean, Larry. Wait. I went for Tuck. Yes. Thank you. You got it right. Oh, the times. But this came out Rick Wing. Thanks for the 10. Muppet breadstick money to crush the bone crushers who hate and support Smiling Bug. I know it's weird, isn't it? These weirdos, man. Thank you. Bug Naked, thanks for the 5. Disney cease and desist Muppet Mafia attorney Levine Lips and release today. Indeed. By the way, you know, it's strange because I have the feeling that their lawsuit, what they planned on doing was tying a lot of people up in probably multiple cases. They had Lips that dropped a case, but again, you notice she dropped just 10 rando slots in that too, and then that turned into a declaration of insanity. Now they're talking about they're going to drop their lawsuit again. They believe in free speech, right? They believe that you should be able to go out and talk. I can't. Isn't it funny? All the defenses that they say. And they're willing to take free speech to the level where they support revenge porn. They can do anything they want. But, boy, you talk about them. It'll be fascinating to see who they try to file it under. Because again, you know, we go with that person will pay. They will definitely pay. You know, it's funny because they want this mechanism where they think that they actually can sue. They think that they can keep this endless cycle of money revolving too, if they get into lawsuits. The problem is, again, even with God, even with their discount lawyers and everything else, it's still going to suck for them. It's going to be a mess. It's an absolute fucking mess. And they just keep making it worse for themselves. Rude. Thanks for the 10 there. No kid manipulation. Breadstick money. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. Muppet Man. What's up, Dwayne? Thanks for the 5. We're going to save just J Hip. I had too much money invested in this show. I know, man. I actually was not thrilled that they came after Just J Hip. That was irritating to me, to be honest, because Just J Hip is actually pretty nice. You know? I mean, when you get down to it, J Hip is actually nicer than a lot of us. Very much so. LaWanda, thanks for the 20. Leslie, you take a long, hard look in the mirror and keyed in the words you said to Jeremy. Indeed, you need to repent, change your ways. You need to apologize to me, Jeremy, for the trash out of them. Indeed, that is 100% true. You know, you would think taking a long, hard look at what you said might work, but hey. I have my favorites. Thanks for the 2 there. Liv says an interview with a network, possibly. Yeah, I found her her casting call, which was kind of fascinating. We will talk about that tomorrow, actually, I think. David, thanks for the 5. These people are the first generation of participation trophy recipients. Is that what we're saying? Is that the problem? Is that what it is? Shifter brains, thanks for the 5. My German, I said I don't know what the hell that was. Let's start again. That was a rewind, by the way. It's the laziest sound effect you've ever heard. My German short-haired pointer named Cleo, aka Shifter brains, looks adorable as a Muppet. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's funny. I love it. Colleen, thank you for the membership. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for the membership. Welcome to Tug's Thugs. Thank you for that. Kim, thanks for the 5. I was in What the Hales chat when the idea of getting some eyes on UNG's story began. I'm so happy it's Tug and Megan who dived into this same rabbit hole. Yeah, I know it's been crazy to look at. It has been one heck. You know, it's been a crazy deep dive. It's been a wild one, you know. I wouldn't trade it in because I think it's right, but like I said, I hate that. Like these people taking aim at Megan and stuff. They have to, when they get caught doing something terrible, this is what they do. To rally their troops, you always wonder, what are they going to do? What terrible fucking thing are they going to do to try to sound in and to call in the troops? Because that's what happens every time. They come up with some new piece of defamation, some kind of crazy attack. Who knows? But yeah. Mike thinks of the mind. I hate that the Hales have been targeted like this, all because of one batch crazy neighbor. Indeed. You know, again, we're talking about people that have protection orders against these people. You would think that would matter, but it doesn't. It doesn't matter. That tells you how jacked up the system is. You know what's jacked up? Let me tell you how jacked up our system is, though. I mean, honestly, when you get down to it, a person that retires out or a person that even is disbarred, you know, they can actually bring pro se litigation against people. They can harass people with lawsuits. The lawsuits, bringing them, period. Doesn't that seem crazy to you? Again, I get that people should be able to go out and to protect, like if they get sued, of course, you could represent yourself, but to harass people with shit? I mean, my God, what a crazy freaking mess. It's basically like, hey, you got punished. Now you can do whatever with nobody overseeing you. Crazy fun. Isn't that weird? Allie, thanks. Kermit lives. I like it. I love it there. Thanks for the 3. Resemble that comment. Allie McKiss. Allie McKiss instead of McLips. That's funny. Double Karma. Thanks for the 2. Did you check your email, Tug? I did look at my email earlier. Let's see. I did check it. That's funny. You want to see something really funny? Like, I love this. I love it. If you, by the way, if you think about certain things, like for myself, Like, what do I say a lot? You know, of course I say, oh, that's fascinating, of course, you know. Oh my God, that's funny. Also, oh man, that's funny too. Give me a second. I'm looking at some of these Muppets here that people have sent me, but somebody else sent something too. Check this out. I want to show you. And this is pretty funny. Bum, 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 bum. All right, check this out here. It's my pre-show. Oh my God, that's funny stuff. Look at that. We have all the alarm clocks that are supposed to wake me up because they, you know, I'm never on time. I love that. That's funny by itself. Got to mask up, right? Got to mask it up. Got the rings. Got to have the watch and the tug life. But also, look in the background here. You know, how to be. There's the rest dad. Oh man, I get to rest there. Got my YouTube plaque. And I wouldn't wish this on anyone, but I'm addicted. That's hilarious, man. I love it. That's really funny. That actually, that I resemble that remark. Let me find you. I pulled a couple more. And again, other people sent stuff. I grabbed these while I was in there. Like that. Look, I hope Megan sees this. Since something's going on. Look at that. Look at the square bullet points. That's beautiful. I love it. And look, here's your chat derailers. That is funny stuff. I love it. Thank y'all. Y'all send some funny stuff, by the way. Share. Thanks for the 2. I want a Muppet avatar. Man, well, hey, if you want a Muppet avatar, if you don't understand how to do it or anything, I could have a few people hit me up. I can't do like 5,000 of them, but if you just don't understand how to do it at all, like hit me up. I will answer a few people. And if I don't answer, and it's not being mean or anything, I just can't. Like there may be a million people that do say, okay, you know, I'll have so much time. But I'll run a few through Chat GPT myself if I need to. But you can sign up for free Chat GPT and make your own if you want to. Yeah, that's me. Thanks for the 2 months. Hey, remember for 2 months, but I'm watching 15 months. Hey, appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you being a member as well. Thank you. All these Muppets are amazing. Cruise Ship Mama, thanks to the 5. Let Megan know there were 63 eyes in the first. Oh, good Lord, really? 63 eyes in that. I mean, that is crazy. It is. That is crazy because it's a letter to another person. And again, if we were having a disagreement or something, I statements matter, you know. Like if we're having something that potentially involves conflict, that's okay. Introductions, however, that's you want to give some humility, some decency. You know, you don't write and tell everybody like paragraphs of your background, and you would think people would understand that, but. No, I would have gotten about halfway through that letter and I would have tossed it. I mean, just honestly. Buck Nick, thanks for the 2. This case is only missing Chili Castro. Oh my God. I wonder actually, you know, this case, you know, sooner or later, it's going to have, it's so much of that. I was trying to explain this to somebody. Okay, you think about these people. They're talking about suing right now. Yeah. All right. So you think about where we are. Just a real quick overview, and I'll probably forget something. I apologize. You had Jeremy Hales. He has a protective order, right? So there's a protective order existing with 2 violations. So that's 3 hits on a protective order. You had a protective order that somebody tried to bring against him. It ends up getting voluntarily dismissed after almost a year. So it drags on forever. You have the Trespass 5 case, which gets voluntarily dismissed, which they're probably going to try to load up to its own bullshit, which will be fun. Like I said, they'll try to change up the recipients. It'll be a lot of fun when they move this stuff around. It's like, yeah, okay. Then they have the thumbnail litigation. The thumbnail litigation, which they tried to move around. They've tried to join it into federal litigation, but then they removed it as well. They are still looking at sanctions from that. Also, let me go back to the Trespass 5. The Trespass 5 has an offshoot case now, which is the Granger and Granger case, suing for $50-something thousand. Then you have federal case number 1. Federal case number 1. It who knows what's going on with that these days right now? It is paused. Actually, we know where it's at. I take that back. Oh, yeah. I forgot also with thumbnail, we are looking at sanctions potentially that are rolling into. Forgot that on there. Then you have federal case number 1 and federal case number 2 that are there. So you have all of this stuff involving Lynette Preston and these idiots. And they're going to, instead of representing themselves correctly, what they want to do is they want to intimidate people and bring lawsuit. Like, where the fuck are they going to get money from that? Actually, I think I know where they're trying to get money from. That's why they had to get their boy back in line. Because again, they can treat you like shit. I mean, absolute garbage. But I guess people get back in line. I do not understand that. I don't. It'd be really fun too to find out, that they have some butthurt fucking foreigner paying for their litigation. When they should be mad at these people. Imagine though. I mean, again, I was looking through all of the videos that are still remaining. They pulled down all the other live streams talking shit about their donors. I didn't realize this, by the way. Clip this, by the way, too, if you'd like. I saw somebody sent me a Miyagi video. Okay. And Miyagi hasn't been making videos, apparently. Miyagi's been away from this drama. But they decided to blame everything on Miyagi. Miyagi doesn't understand how they got brought back up in this. That was stupid, Dave. He decided he was going to pin everything that happened with Only Me. You're the cause. That's it. That's what he said. I mean, I saw what happened, but they said you were the only one that made videos. You were the only one that made trouble. It was all your fault. Everything else, well, that came from you. Now they lie about all the live streams and more. They lie about all the blowback. They want to get that money on. But what's fascinating to me is that Miyagi actually paid 900 Australian bucks for one of those filings to pay off things. So they are turning on somebody that was a donor there as well. I guess once you're not useful anymore, you can be discarded. And that's messed up. Again, you were talking about people that have spent an insane amount of money. 900 Australian bucks. Let me see how much that is. I mean, again, that's 900 bucks. It doesn't matter there. Let me see, but what that is in 900 US or AUS to USD. So that's about 580 bucks for me. But again, that it doesn't matter what it is for me. For that person, it's 900 bucks. So isn't that wild though? They throw another donor under the bus. But when you go through the videos that are still remaining from this person, everyone in the ecosystem is present. Now, they may try to change that up, but they're all there. Preston and Cook are both there. They're playing the victim of this guy who gave them all of that money. So I just, again... If people like that, if they are paying for these people's litigation and their insanity, holy shit. If they are bankrolling this stupid, holy shit, man. Ugh. Shifter brains, by the way. Thanks for the vibe there. Thank goodness all I got from Otter Greek was a t-shirt. Yeah, apparently I can get eaten by gators up there is what I hear, from some of these folks. It's so crazy, man. They make Otter Creek sound very bad. Again, it amazes me they make fun of people that live, rural lives and more. And Otter Creek is, again, it is a rural place. I live in a rural place. I'm not even making fun of the rural, there. Because I love being able to live out in nowhere. But apparently they like to crap on that. They think you're better than you. We toast. Thanks for the gifted membership. Thank you for that. Oh, by the way, so have any of you ever seen the pancake? I don't know how many of you have been here for a while. I found something the other day that's hilarious. And I have a sexy pancake too, And the reason I have that is at one time there was somebody that was being harassed by an Amber Heard stan, like one of these simps harassing another one, right? And they said something bizarre. And I wonder if you can translate this for me, because I found this again. I was like, what does this mean? This person was like, Christopher was inappropriate with me. He said I had private time with a waffle. What does that mean? Can you make that make sense? Not in a nasty way, but what does that mean? I don't understand. Private time with a waffle? What? Airy godmother. I like that. Airy godmother. Like it. Thanks for 3 months. Tried to explain to my boss why his name's Avatar was now a Muppet today. Fun times. Indeed. Fun times indeed. That's good. Cynic in Chief, thanks for the 5. You're tempting me to invite you and your girls to the tea room next time I'm in Tennessee. Sounds awesome. Do they have scones? They have a lot. They have a lot of goodness. Now, it is a little place out in the middle of it is in the middle of our tiny town. So sometimes their desserts vary, but they were known for their desserts first. Then afterwards, they had good tea and everything, but I'm not really a tea drinker, So their desserts, they were amazing. Like they had one of the best things I've ever had from them. They had a type of cake. It was like a blackberry cake. And I love blackberries if they're done right. Not the store-bought ones, but the wild blackberries. If you've never tried that, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you only had a blackberry from a store, like if you've gone to wherever and picked them up, see if you can ever get a hold of some wild blackberries. Taste there. Oh my God, they're so good. Like they are good. When I was a kid, we used to go and pick them all the time. We'd go out to just wherever, because they grow on underbrush. So we go out and pick blackberries. My God, they're good. But yeah, they had this blackberry cake. It was so good. But they have all kinds of stuff. It's good stuff. Your mom, thanks for the 10. Why do they lie? Title of stream, Minions Admit Conspiracy. What the fuck does that even mean? I have no idea. I'm so confused because it is exactly what they've done and are doing. Is that what gaslighting? Yes, indeed. It's lying to your face. They're trying to reframe what they're doing. See, they all get together. They all know about this crazy shit. Like you think about this, okay? You want some weird quid pro quo, right? If you look at what makes sense, you have this person that is promoting bully. Give me 1 second. So you want to see like what actually doesn't sound crazy, right? Okay, let me pull this up. It took me a minute there. So you have that website, the bully website, right? So the bully website, out of nowhere, this person talks about, well, let me hype this. Let me hype it. And rumor has it, by the way, that site, it's going to be collecting money for the funds for this person over here. Then you find out that the person that was running it is actually the person that put out this press release here. And they had to know who that was. It's a bunch of bullshit there. So you find out all this crazy shit. And what do they do to try to... Oh my God. People covered this case that Miltoast here had before it was on the docket. That's how people found out it existed. Then it popped up on the docket. And after it popped up on the docket, people covered it. No shit. No shit, we covered it. If it is a filed lawsuit and is public, you damn well believe that I'm going to cover it. And if it has anything to do with Hales, if Hales is sued or something, I'm covering it. I'm covering this stuff. Of course I'm covering it. Plus, on top of it, again, they put in Ray Hip and more. Fuck yes, I'm covering it. But it was funny. They begged for attention, too. They begged for it. They begged with the with the press releases. You remember when all that came up? They're pushing them out everywhere. Oh man, look at this, look at this, look at this. So nobody covered this person. Then when they sue, though, people covering, it's like, oh my God, conspiracy, admissions. It's like, are you fucking daft? Of course, that is the epitome of gaslighting. Hey Zeus, thanks for the 2. Sorry, Tug, my fault. Nah, what's your fault? Like letting somebody know, no. You're fine. Mama Bear, thanks for the 2. File a restraining order, Megan. Actually, again, you need to go to the Popo and make sure they understand that the same weirdo that is designed revenge corn that YouTube admits as such, by the way, they're deciding to put your address and stuff out. Yeah. There'd be nothing holding that back for me. SF, thanks for the 5. Take the DOJ. Let them know they have an easy take it down case. Sorry for the crap they're doing, Megan. Indeed. Again, love to Megan. I hate that shit. Like that's one of the problems when you get entangled in this stuff. Eventually, the nasty fuckers, when they are desperate enough, they do the worst shit that they can. That's their sign of. I mean, and again, they brought in a paid harasser. It's when your the other case, the Dinesh case, talks about this guy, paid harasser. They were fundraising and stuff. And what do they do? Of course, when they start talking about their revenge porn, what do? They dox the person. So their victim, when their victim speaks up, they decide to dox him. Of course they do. Piece of shit, man. Angela, thanks for Vaughn. Send you love, protection. Sorry, Megan. Indeed. Indeed. Jack's mom, thanks for the 2. Check your email. Love playing with the AI stuff. I know AI is a lot of fun. It will eventually take us over, but it'll be fun until we serve it. Abby, thanks for the 2. No, you gave him subs, but he turned and we all left. Yeah, talking about the Ray loss. So I have no idea. He does. If he wants to do a stream where he bitches and moans about folks, then let him do it. You know, he has the right to do that, but people have the choice to listen or not listen. You know, so I don't know if he lost subs on something. I mean, it is what it is, right? If he really is worried about engagement, then there are plenty of subjects out there. But sitting in your garage and just talking into the microphone, it doesn't make for good coverage, period. People get bored with it. You know, nothing changes. I saw a video with singing or something. I don't know. I was like, what is this? You know, again, if you're seriously trying to grow a channel, that's not what you do. But anyway, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Emma, thanks for the vibe. This is over. We'll obviously be here. Your supporters will slither elsewhere. Send me an email, by the way. Oh, yeah. I saw the bring that up. Give me 1 minute. I did see that. I meant to bring it up and I forgot to. Well, if the email ever pulls up, it's slow today. Good Lord. You know? What is that? Well, never mind. The email does not want to work. I apologize. There's been something going on with online period today. So like I said, I apologize for that. I thought my email had gone out or whatever, but apparently I'm still broadcasting. I'll see if it'll work later. You know, we've been having a lot of freaking internet problems lately. Lady in the back, thanks for the 6 months. Been here since the beginning. Never imagined it would go this far. Indeed. Love you, Megan and Tug. Stay safe. Report crimes. Indeed. Thank you. Vanessa, thanks. I'm sorry to get Miss LaWanda. Back a few minutes ago, she asked me to let you go. Hello, LaWanda. Did I miss you? Let me see. I'm sorry, LaWanda, if I did. Give me a second. I'm rolling back. I may have, with everything that was happening, I may have missed. Let me see, LaWanda. I saw the 20 there with LaWanda. Just give me a minute. I'm going to roll them, okay? Just, it takes me a second. These things don't roll easy. So, and that's my fault. If I miss something, again, that is not a complaint in any way. I hate missing something when you guys, like, again, you support the channel, and I very much appreciate it. So if I miss something, that is on me 100%. I wonder, with all the chaos and the crazy, if that's what happened with it. Let me see. I'm about halfway there. I know it makes engaging conversation when I'm like reading it to myself. Man, you guys, by the way, y'all are funny. I'm looking at all your avatars as I roll through this, and this one. Okay, did I miss that? I'm sorry. Wanda thinks if I will not apologize for supporting goodness. Tuck, please don't share this breadstick money with a non-Muppet. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate that. And Wanda, I apologize there. I'm glad that something was said about that. I hate missing anything there. And I appreciate you. So thank you, Vanessa, also for noting that too. Again, I try to do my best, but every now and then. And again, that's on me. Love to you. Skiffer, thanks for the 5. Sent you a story message here on Twitter. Oh man, I gotta find that. I'm gonna look at it when I appreciate it. And thanks for the 5. If you wanted, if all you wanted is attention, you'd be covering Diddy. Actually, if I were covering anything, I would cover the Blake Lively stuff. That would be the thing that I would cover. Diddy, I would not cover Diddy. And the reason I wouldn't cover Diddy is because the type of content that it is, YouTube, I'm just telling you like how this works on here. Okay, this is my thought process. If I were just looking for clicks, and that's it. Actually, first of all, the Blake Lively thing would interest me too. But beyond that, the type of stuff that you have pinned on P. Diddy, it's so bad that this platform, it will tag it and it will only let what they call quote unquote trusted sources pump up first. What a trusted source is old legacy media. So the media you try to escape by coming to YouTube instead of going to them, yeah, they still try to push down your throat because they pay them money. So a lot of people, you ever wonder why when you're trying to keep up with something that's like absolutely insane and you want to know about it, not from media, but you want to hear about it from somebody that you like and you can't find them when you search? That's why, because there's a piece of code that tags in something called trusted sources. Now, Law and Crime bought their way into that algorithm. They actually paid millions of dollars to get in there. So they don't count. They paid for thing. And hey, props to them. At least they cover cases, but these other networks, blah. Yeah, whoops. I mean, you'd be covering Diddy Tro and all the salacious news. Yes, for sure. But thanks for sticking with George and Jeremy. Yeah, and for sure with that. The George and Jeremy thing, like I said, I don't know what's going to happen next. And this has been insane. It's been interesting to watch, but I also feel like it's right. Again, like you have this group of people that just do crazy stuff and you could just report on them. You have these people that pop in out of nowhere. You have this lawyer. Just think about what just happened. You have this lawyer popping out of nowhere. Right, all these people. I tried to gather up as many letters that I could find, just to find out what was going on. I asked for them. I ended up getting some, thankfully, after the lawsuits filed. And, you find out that they're running again these other things while playing the part of the neutral party. And it's so insane because they want to play the aggrieved party, the victim, while again, running this AI platform behind the scenes, fucking with people. It's nuts. Talking about, you know, talking about grace and all this other garbage. It's nuts. So double karma, thanks for 5. Just been informed. Lisa's now coming after me in the you in the UK. What is she going to do to you in the UK? You know, honestly, what the fuck is she going to do to you in the UK? Well, I mean, for real. And thanks for that. They keep talking about suing people in the Facebook group. Are you kidding me? Really? You think you're going to? Oh my God. I think some of those people in that Facebook group, though, again, when they started adding their faces, private citizens just talking about something, it'll be very difficult to make the case that the people in that group there are more than private citizens. And some of the stuff they went after them with, holy crap. I think some people might have a defamation case. They probably, if the people there have money to go after them, again, they should probably stop threatening and doxing people over there too. It's fucked up. And thanks for the fun. I have a show in dark. Okay. Somebody, I'll bring the stacks. Actually, you know what's crazy about that? And again, that is a joke, obviously, but you know what's crazy? One time, so that clip, that I talked to your mayor clip that I have, that one, there was this crazy person that called the police and said that, this is not a joke, by the way, that I was hiding bodies on the property where I was living. They tried to get the police to come out. So that whole I talked to your mayor bullshit. Yeah. So for real, somebody tried to claim that one time. He's like, what in the shit? They're trying to probably, I mean, that, if that's not swatting, I don't know what is. You know, that's nuts. Star, thanks for the 2 there. There's not a statement, but that is plenty of statement. Thank you. Appreciate your backing. So Nick, thanks for the 2. Listen, low IQ, blend with Laura Owens and Gingras. It feels like it, doesn't it? Does. Real Royal, thanks for the 2. Jeremy has a new Ohio lawsuit being filed more on Friday. That's what. So there's a new lawsuit coming, all right, it looks like. So there is going to be another. Give me 1 minute there. That's nuts. We got a new lawsuit coming up too. Did he say that in our chat as well? Yeah, he did. Thank you, by the way. I did not. Yes, he says they are being held responsible. Lawsuit is being filed tomorrow morning in Ohio. Oh, crap, man. That's crazy. So there is another lawsuit coming. There is, for sure. Like that's, like I said, I don't blame them. Again, you're dealing with a revenge porn. You're dealing with violations that keep coming up. I'm not surprised. When you ask somebody to remove things and they don't, then what do you think happens? So we'll see what happens there. But that's crazy. Thank you for your rhyme, by the way. Oh, my Lord. We'll be talking about that, too. Yeah, thanks for the 10 there. Unfortunately, the last act of this. But hey, they will F around and find out. Yeah. And went after Megan. That's... I hate that. I do. Emma, thanks for the vibe. Recent was having email issues. Actually, no, it was on my side, Emma. I couldn't open my email at all. It was probably my connection is what it was. I think my connection lagged out. We do that every now and then. I think there's a kid coming. Oh, yeah, I hear. What's up?
What's up?
What you doing, girl?
Hello? I haven't been down here.
Hmm?
I haven't been down here.
I know. You just gonna know. You wanna see my frosty? You like frosty? Yeah. You have a little bit of that. What are you doing? What you doing? You running around?
Yeah.
I know you fell asleep earlier today, so your sleep is all messed up. She wasn't feeling good the other day, so you got a bunch of sleep, and now I guess you're all slept up, huh?
Yeah. I didn't mean to sleep that long.
Did you just burp?
Did you burp?
I did not. Was that you? I thought I heard you burp.
Maybe it was imagination. Maybe you hearing stuff.
Maybe I'm just hearing stuff. Okay. Maybe I was just imagining it.
I hope you get more money.
I got, well, no, we're good today. Actually, let's just talk for a minute. You want to talk to people for a minute?
Yeah.
And then we'll be done because I'm right at the end. It's been a good live stream though, but I wanted you to be able to say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Did you enjoy? You enjoy going to Gigi's?
Yeah.
You want to do that tomorrow?
There's a little bug on your stream.
Oh yeah, there's a bug on my freaking monitor. There is. There is. Well, you can't run it off. Look, I can't swat it with my mouse. It looks like I'm chasing it. We got a little flying bug in there. Did you let that flying bug in?
No.
Did you bring that in here?
Maybe
my
Gigi
goodness.
did win her last.
Oh my goodness. Did
Money,
you bring
money,
it?
money.
Oh my gosh. Money. Okay. Well, can
Is
you
it
say,
money for you?
Can you say thank you, Cynic in Chief? First of all, can you
Is
say?
that
Well,
money for
I don't
you?
know. Let's read it. Can you say thank you, Cynic in Chief?
I have to go up for you.
I know.
Thank
Can you
Hershey.
say? Can you say thank you, Cynic in Chief?
Is it for
I
Dad?
don't know. Let's read it. First, say thank you.
Thank you.
He says tea and scone money. Bo, you know the tea room that we
Yeah.
like to go to. This
Yeah.
was Sam. Tea money. Woo, man. You want to eat there?
Yes.
That's a good place. Isn't
I
it?
think it's for me or you.
That one was for you, of course. This one right here, that's for you too. I think that's from Cynthia. Can you say thank you?
Thank you, Cecilia. I
Yeah.
can't say it.
You said it good. That was a good say.
Thank
You did good.
you.
Actually, was that a hard word to say? Cynthia?
Yes. Sissy.
Cynthia. Yeah, it sounds good though. It's cute when you say it though. Because you're cute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I say it, it's not cute. Did you see my Muppet? By the way, look at that. You like that?
Oh, yeah.
You like that? Hey, you want to see something funny?
What?
You want to see a Muppet that moves?
Yes.
Okay. You want to see? Look, check this out. This is Dad's Muppet that moves. Look at that. Look, it's talking.
What's it saying?
It's not saying anything there. But it's just talking. Isn't that crazy?
Money, money.
Oh my goodness.
2 monies.
2 monies. Oh my goodness.
Let's
Let's see
have
what
a
that-
swirl up.
All right, let's see first. That's LaWanda. Can you say thank you, LaWanda?
Thank you, Wanda.
It says candy for you.
Yes.
It said love you. It said
I-
love you.
I hope it's Murphy's well candy. Money.
Murfreesboro candy. Oh my gosh. So you say thank you, Court and Wit.
Thank you. I
You
can
had
say
trouble
that.
saying that one too. That's okay. They have a cute avatar. Look at their cat.
I like cats.
I know you do. Okay. It says grift away. Ooh, yeah. Loving the show. Make my night so fascinating. Don't know how to make Muppets. Mel. Court and Wit. Just say, hey, this
and
is Court and
money.
Wit. And send me a.
And money.
Yeah, we caught that one. We got that one.
Is that money for me?
Yeah, that was for you. That's why we say thank you, Court and Wit. But email me, and I'll make you one.
You have that one.
Just
I
email
have
me
a
one.
code.
You got to email me whatever picture that you want made into a Muppet. I need that too. If you're gonna email me, okay? But yeah, email me your picture and just tell me, hey, just tell me who you were, and if your email doesn't reflect that, and I'll make you one and send it back. Okay. Oh, it's the Floofy Cat.
The Fluffy cat.
I love that name, don't you? It says the Overlords. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Can you say happy birthday?
Happy birthday.
Can you sing happy birthday real quick?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The Floofy Cat.
To
Happy
Fluffy cat.
birthday.
And we missed the monies.
Yeah, the happy birthday to you. No, we caught that one. That was Floofy Cat. So we caught it.
And the money for me.
Yes, of course.
Oh, it's money for me. 'Cause
I
I
know.
love money.
It's not like you worry about money anyway. Yeah.
I like
You
that
got money.
puppet that moved.
You do. You like the puppet that moved?
Yeah.
Did you
that-
see the kitty cat one? Let's see the kitty cat. Whoop, I put it down. Oh man, I have to find it.
Kitty.
Yeah, I've got it somewhere in here. I gotta find it real quick. I got a bunch of puppet ones.
How many puppets do you
A
have?
bunch. We'll make a puppet for you if you want.
I want a puppet of me. But
Okay. We'll
I
make
have
a
to wear
puppet for you,
red.
too. Red? Why?
because I need red.
Okay. I'll
Because the
make you a
picture
puppet,
over
too.
there is red.
Oh yeah. Well, we can take a picture of you and make a puppet too. We can just take a regular picture of you and make a Muppet. Says Helen Cook.
What's that little cat one?
Mm,
Orange.
yeah, orange. That's a $20. That's good. Say thank you, Janice.
Thank you, jeez.
That's for you and Sissy for the tea room. Woo, tea time. Tea time. That's good. Oh, look at that. Man, you have Man, you've done very good for yourself, man.
I'm getting the money for some tea rooms and candies.
You're gonna take a Sissy to the tea room?
Yeah.
You gonna surprise her and be like, "Hey, Sissy, guess what?"
And I was gonna say what?
Yeah. Her's gonna say what? You're gonna be like, "What are you gonna tell her?"
The tea room. I got 2 rooms for tea room.
Oh, you're gonna take her then? That sounds good.
But I don't know how to drive.
You don't know how to drive.
One, I don't know how to drive, and one, I don't know how to park.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you'll have to drive there though. That'll be okay. I think somebody else will drive you. Okay. Yeah. I'm terrified of you driving. Actually.
I don't want to break the car, and I hope the tire doesn't break if I break the car.
I don't actually want you to drive the car and run over anybody.
Because I don't know how to drive, and I don't know how to stop. I don't know which one's the stop button and the go button.
Make Vanessa a Muppet. You got to send me a picture. So I have, if people want a Muppet, you have to mail me. You know, if people mail me, then I will make you a Muppet. I'll make some Muppets. I can't make everybody a Muppet that mails. You know, there will be a few. You know, but I will get them if I'll get as many as I can.
Have a good dream.
Yeah, have a good dream. Hey, Cheryl, can you say thank you, Cheryl?
Thank you, Cheryl.
Cheryl sent $2 for you. That's awesome too, isn't it? That's candy money. You know?
I love candy money.
Candy money.
I like the white switch so we can see the bugs coming.
Oh yeah. Well, I hate it when bugs come in. Don't you hate bugs though?
Yes.
I know. That's your least favorite thing. That's Nightmare Adventures. It's for you. Thanks. You say thank you.
Thank you, and I got some money.
Yeah, I got $5. They say candy money is for you.
More candy.
I know you love candies. All
Who
right.
doesn't like candy?
I don't know who doesn't. You like candies, though. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, who doesn't?
So whoever else doesn't like candies, they're going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look at that way.
I see it.
Is
All
this-
right.
is it
Hey,
the-
who else is live tonight, by the way? We got to do a redirect. You want to do a redirect tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder
The
who else is
floofy
live.
cat. It's like Steve.
The
floofy
floofy cat. You like that name, don't you? I like it too. It's a cute name.
Yeah, I love seeing
Hey, MG Law is live. Who else is live tonight? There's Shizzy. Is Shizzy not tonight? For real? I didn't know Shizzy was on.
Shizzy.
Is he live tonight? Oh, I didn't even know he was on tonight. I would have redirected. I've just been goofing off, you know?
Oh, I like the
I didn't know he
floofy
was
cat.
on tonight. He doesn't usually. Oh man, I keep thinking it's. I don't know why. I kept thinking it was different day.
A different
Yeah, I keep thinking it's Friday.
Friday.
It's Thursday. That's what my problem was. I keep thinking it's Friday though.
I know
I
it
think
was
I'm going crazy,
Wednesday.
haven't I? I think I'm going crazy. Yeah. All right. So we caught everybody. Are you ready to? Can you tell them that? Can you tell them bye?
Bye.
And tell them to tell Shizzy that we love him, and tell him Tug sent you, right? Yep.
Shizzy, I like you, and I love you, Fluffy Cat.
You love Foofy Cat. Oh man. Well, that was very nice. All right. So we're gonna send you over to we're gonna send you over to Shizzy and tell him Tug and Bug sent you.
Have a good dream, Fluffy Cat.
Have a good dream, Floofy Cat, and everybody. And say everybody too. You're gonna give them all.
And everyone too.
Okay. Bye.
That has a cute name.
Oh, they only get it if they have a cute name. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
because cute names are the best.
Oh, okay. All right.